Hello?
Hi, is this Andrea?
This is?
Andrea, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh. Hi.
Hi, what was that sound you made?
That was her surprise sound, I think.
Almost like a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the hiccups?
No, that was just my surprise sound.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Any idea why we're calling you?
I hope I won something.
No, you don't listen to the show very much. We never call people to give them anything.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, you don't listen to the show very much, do you? The reason why we're calling is because somebody emailed us about you for a second date.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you could be winning another date. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
You've been on many dates recently?
It sounds like she's been on many bad dates recently with the oh boy answer.
I have been on a date, recently.
And how did it go?
It wasn't the best.
Okay.
I think we're talking about the same
I
date.
think we might be talking about the same guy. His name's Neil.
Yeah. That's his name.
That's the one. And Neil, not a Kevin Hart fan, is he?
No, it's not Kevin Hart fan. What can I say? It was just not the best matchup there on the online dating.
Was it the Kevin Hart argument? Or, I mean, not necessarily that he didn't like Kevin Hart, but the fact that he wouldn't let it go?
No. That had really, that was that was sort of uncalled for, but it wasn't, it was not the thing.
Oh, really?
No. The biggest thing was that he just didn't really look like his profile picture.
Oh, he told us that too. He told us that. He did tell us that. He said that he used to have a goatee. By the way, props to you for giving a guy with a goatee a shot. But he had it shaved by the time he met you.
He looked about 15 or 20 years younger in his profile picture than he did when we met.
Whoa. Did you say 15 or 20
years?
At least. I don't know. It was it must have been just a really, really old picture because I mean...
So what were you thinking when you saw him and he was so much older? Were you like, oh man, this guy might break a hip while we're at this concert?
Yeah, no. It was a little shock. I mean, he wasn't like crotchety or anything, but...
How old do you think he is?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but he did give me a hint when he spilled his beer on me.
What?
Was it Parkinson's setting in or something? I mean, how did he give you a hint that he was old?
That's so messed up, Jubal.
I mean, I just couldn't confuse how that would be a hint.
What did he do?
The cover band was playing kind of a wide range of music, and all of a sudden they start playing Huey Lewis in the News, and he just jumps up and down his beard goes everywhere. He's like, I haven't heard this since college. And I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even born. Oh my God.
Since college.
Yes. I mean, isn't that the 80s? That's the 80s.
I think so.
I don't know.
So how old is
I can't even think of what that song would be.
Do you know what song it was?
It was Hip to Be Square. Hip to Be Square.
Oh my God, that's
right.
super old.
Something like that. Oh my God.
You guys can talk more about it. I'm going to Google it real quick to see when that song came out.
Yeah.
So if you had to give him a number, how old do you think he is?
Actually, you know what, Andrea? Let's just ask him because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep.
Neil?
Hey.
Neil!
Hey, Andrea, when's the last time you looked at your profile picture?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, what is that?
Dang.
Neil!
Holy crap.
I mean, have you looked at your profile picture? I was assuming I was meeting someone around my age.
Oh!
At least it was taken in this decade. You couldn't say that for yours. The 90s. It's in the 90s.
Oh!
Oh, my God. You're making me sound like I'm B. Arthur or something like that.
Who's B. Arthur?
Arthur.
I'm just saying.
I think she was a golden girl.
B. Arthur was a golden girl?
I think so.
Andrea, how do you not know who B. Arthur is? Golden Girl? Oh, my God.
What's a
Her
golden
comedic
girl?
timing is unbelievable.
Okay.
She is funny now that I know who she is.
Neil, I'm starting to believe Andrea now that you're older than you say you are.
Listen, I'm a few years older than her, I'll give you that, but it's not like she was, 19 years old over there. I mean, come on now.
Wait, so now you're saying that it's okay that you lied about your age because she looks old?
I didn't lie. It just didn't come up until, a good Huey Lewis song came on and I got a little excited. But, I mean,
You got to tell people how old you are before you meet them, or at least use a recent picture, man. I mean, come on.
You know what? I'm only a few years older than you, so let's not
You
get
are
carried
at
away.
least 15 years older than me, man.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what?
You don't understand the comedy of Kevin Hart. It is not of your generation.
Oh, there it is.
It's actually a good point.
You know what? Why don't we go on another date and we can get our profile picture taken at the same time?
Oh, my God.
Neil, how old are you? It is killing me. Will you please tell me how old you are?
Well, why would I tell you anything about how old I am?
Because we're trying to see if Andrea is right or not about your age.
Yeah, but, listen, I'm in shape. I'm healthy. I make a good living. Then
if you're so in
like
shape.
Richard Pryor more than Kevin Hart?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
sort
true.
of said it.
You did make a Rolling Stones reference when we first talked to you.
I remember that.
And then you talked about older comedians. And I went on Wikipedia while you guys were talking. Hip to Be Square, that Huey Lewis song, 1986.
What? You were in college in 1986, Neil?
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? You guys are killing me with this age thing. You know what? Let me tell you something. Age is just a number.
Yeah, a number that you have to be honest about.
Listen, by the way, that was a younger reference. You guys are making fun of me because of that, but that was R. Kelly.
Yeah, not necessarily a younger reference still, Neil.
That's still pretty old.
Are you kidding me? No one in that room knows the reference? R. Kelly? I mean, you're in the music business. He's the guy who peed on people. How did you not know that?
We know we know who R. Kelly is.
Yeah.
He just hasn't really been relevant for a few years.
Or a decade.
Next thing you know, I'm going to end up at a Green Day concert. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Green Day.
What are you doing, dude? Oh, my God. Change your profile picture and stop trying to get younger women, Neil.
Hey, when's the last time you looked at your website? I mean, hello, Airbrush City over there.
All right. Neil, I'm just going to put you out of your misery. Misery, that was an old movie you probably remember.
Kathy Bates. Right?
Yeah, Kathy Bates was in that, Neil. Andrea, would you like to go out with Neil on a second date? We will pay for it.
If I wanted to date my grandfather's best friend, I would say yes, but no.
Oh.
And good luck with your Social Security, Mr. Neil.
This is crazy. You know what I mean? You meet a nice guy, maybe he's got a couple of years on you, shows you to a nice time, and you're blowing him off over an age. You know what? That's the problem with the kids today. They're always on the computers and everything.
Thank you for confirming everything for us, Neil. Appreciate it.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is a...
Hey, Jeremy, how are you, man? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
What's this all about?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And you went out with a girl named Alana the other day.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
And
Looks like you remember her.
That's what this is about?
yes.
It's about that date?
Yeah, she emailed us. She told us about how you met. She told us about your date. And she also told us that she's tried to get a hold of you a bunch, but you're not returning any of her calls or text messages.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
No, it's
it's a
kinda
little
weird.
crazy.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, we're trying to figure out why you won't call her back. So you have an answer for that?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely tell you all about that date, but I want to know what she told you.
Well, she told us that you met her at a family reunion. I guess you were a caterer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said you guys went out to dinner, and when you picked her up, you seemed a little tired. Said that you had been working a bunch, and then you ran out of gas at the end of the date, and that's where things ended.
Yeah, that's like the short version.
Well, she also added that, like, her mom pressured you into asking her out. And
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of cute, actually. Like, her mom came up to the bar and was like, hey, my daughter's interested. Will you ask her out? I saw her daughter. I'm like, yeah, daughter's cute. Why not? Like, can't hurt anything.
So you said I got the short version. What's the long version then? Keep in mind we're on the radio, so don't be like 20 minutes. I mean, just like, what's the meat that we're missing?
So I go and pick her up at her mom's place. That was kind of a red flag number one, right? Like, I kind of expected her to have her own place or like some roommates. But right away, as we're like driving to the restaurant, I find out girl is 19 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She
Still
didn't.
legal.
Well, yeah, legal, but also, like, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you don't sound like a 19-year-old to me.
true.
I mean, even if
No,
you were
man.
23, maybe that's on the edge
But
because
you
it's
still can't
4
drink
years.
together.
But like,
I've been out of college for 5 years, and she's been out of high school for like 1.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
when
already she's a little young, you're feeling like.
Yeah, she's cute and everything, but like that might be why I was out of it. Like, I was a little shocked and like, I'm like, what have I got myself into?
Right.
So like, yeah, I mean, and then the whole running out of gas thing, I was borrowing my roommate's car, dude. Like Like, I didn't have a car at the time, so I borrowed my friend's car. I didn't think to look at the gas gauge. And he, like, hands me the car. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Not telling me it was on empty.
Okay.
By the time I saw it, it was too late. Running out of gas. Like, it's already awkward. I'm just like, can this thing end already? This is the kicker. This is what really gets me. When Mom comes to pick her up, as she's, like, going back around the car, she pulls me aside and says, by the way, I have a son who's into you, too. Would you want to go out with him?
What?
Yeah.
Mom is just wingmanning for everybody. And also kind of low blow to her daughter. Like,
The whole thing was so strange, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's really flattering that
The whole family wants
that
you?
this woman wants her son and daughter to date me. But it's just, I don't really, first of all, I don't really go that way. And secondly, like, it's just the whole thing kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her mom,
Weird.
I think her mom wants to date you, and she's just like, one of my kids is, I've got to see you around the house is what I want.
I bet her mom is closer to my age.
oh my God.
Probably.
Would you ever consider dating a 19-year-old?
Would you ever consider dating a 22-year-old guy? I don't know how old her brother is. I'm just guessing his age there.
I have no idea either.
Well,
Oh my God.
Jeremy, I do have to let you know that Alana is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my God, no. Oh,
Yep.
my God.
Yeah, I think it's just her. I don't think her brother's there, but Alana, are you still there?
No, oh, my God. I feel sorry. I feel bad now.
I just don't know why my mom would say that to you. Like, did she really say that? I just
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah, she
something she
did.
would say.
Believe me, why would I make that up? Like,
I don't know. Like,
I've never had anything like that happen to me before. So, yes, your mom did say that to me. She did ask me if I wanted to go out with your brother.
okay, well,
And
it just doesn't make sense. I mean, my brother is gay, but, like, it doesn't make sense that she would say that after we went on a date. Did you, like, tell her that you're gay or something?
what? Why would No, I did not tell her I'm gay.
When did you have an opportunity to even do that? You know?
A little roadside confessional while you're out of gas with her mom.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I'm gay. Anyway.
None of that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at the party you told her that or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why she would say that.
That maybe she just thinks that, like, young people nowadays can do anything, go anywhere with their sexual. I don't know. Like, I definitely did not tell her I was gay. That is for sure.
Do you think it was a joke that you just took too literally?
No, I really thought it might have been a joke, but the way she asked me and the way she looked at me, she was serious. She was honestly asking me if I would go out with her son after I just had a bad date with her daughter.
Okay, well, I also want to say that I know I'm 19, but I'm, like, really mature for my age. Like, I have no issue, being outgoing, talking to adults. Like, even though I live with my mom, I have my finances in order. Like, I'm saving up for grad school, and, I'm really responsible. Like, my room is really clean. I'm really organized.
Like, I'm sure you're...
You guys stop laughing. I'm serious. I'm really mature. I'm a lot more mature than any of my friends. It's not funny. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. We just don't have that much in common. Like, even when we were talking, it's like we grew up at different times. Like, we don't have the same kind of connections on things. Like, you can't even have a glass of wine at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too far removed from where I am in my life.
Well, in 2 years, I'll be able to drink with you. Just wait 2 years.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, at the 2-year anniversary, you guys could, throw down a few glasses of wine.
Jeremy, I mean, what if she's right? Like, what if you just wait a little bit? My sister got married when she was 20, and they've been married for like 15 years, and they're totally happily in love.
Yeah, but check
Exactly.
this out. If it's this much work and energy before we even get to the second date, it's looking like a lot of drama. If you start out a relationship like this, it's probably not great.
Maybe we got all the drama done up front.
Out of the way.
That's usually not the way it works.
I really don't think the drama will be finished. Like, your mother is very invested in you and your brother's lives, and your mom asked if I wanted to go out with your brother after we went out. Like, that means that there's a lot of drama there inherently in your family.
I'll tell my mom to cool off. Like, I'm not my mom. Like, I'll just
I
tell her
understand
to
that. I understand
back
that.
off.
But it's just too much. Like, the whole thing is a bit
I just
too
think
much.
we deserve another shot. Like, one more date. Just one more date, and maybe, without all that drama, you'll see who I really am.
Man, I feel bad, but I don't.
Hang on, Jeremy. Let me ask you officially. Would you like to go out on a second date with Alana? We will pay for it.
I don't think so. I think that she's a lovely girl, and I wish her all the best, and I wish her mother and her brother all the best. But I don't think I have a whole lot of time in my life for that kind of stuff. So sorry, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Are you okay, Alana?
No, I'm fine. I don't know. I think you're making the biggest mistake of your life, and you're gonna look back one day and really regret this.
Oh my God.
Oh, the passion.
It's fine. I don't care.
No, hey, I know it feels like this now, like this is a really big deal, but with like young people, like your generation, it's so easy to find people. You have a lot easier than I did at that age. You're going to be
That's
great.
not how I want to find someone, though.
Well, do you want to find someone by your mom asking them to ask you out?
I just feel like you're really missing out on something. But
And I don't know what
Thank
to say to that.
Okay. Jeremy, would you like to go on a second date with Alana's brother? We'll pay for it. Or a first date, I guess. We'll pay for that.
You can drink wine with him.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Teresa?
this is she.
Hey, Teresa, what's up? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You mean the radio station?
Yes, I am the entire radio station.
Yeah, I listen to you guys sometimes. What's up?
Oh, nice.
That's awesome, Teresa. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If you listen a lot, have you heard the second dates before?
I don't know if I have.
It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up giving them the cold shoulder after that date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard one of these, but it was a while ago.
Okay, well, what if I told you that you are now the star of a second date?
Ooh.
You're kidding, right?
No.
No, not at all. Yeah, you recently went out with a dude who calls himself Gator.
Oh my God. So he wanted you guys to call me?
Yep.
Have you just been really busy and you haven't been able to get back to him?
Yeah. I mean, can you just tell him that?
Well,
Come on.
if you would have
such a
sold that a little
lie.
more convincingly, maybe, but it's obvious that you were like, yeah, sure, whatever. Do you mind telling us why you're not calling Gator back?
I mean, I don't want to really say it because it's kind of embarrassing for him. So I just feel like
If it's the butt shaving thing, he told us about that.
actually that was really funny. We had a vent off. I don't know if he told you that, but it was like venting about your exes.
Yeah, he did tell us about it, and he did say that he shared with you that he was mad at one of his exes because she wouldn't shave his butt.
I know, that's ridiculous. I mean, I was a little like skeptical, but you know, I got to call my ex an idiot. He got to call his ex an idiot, so I thought it was cool.
Oh, you did enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah, I actually did. You should actually try that sometime. It's pretty
Dude.
funny.
I do it a couple times a week. I pay like $100 an hour, though, to do it with a therapist. But anyway, probably even more fun on a date. So if that didn't bother you, then why aren't you calling him back? Like, what's wrong with Gator?
There's just a weird situation, and I don't know. It was just weird. That I don't know what to say about it.
On the date, a weird situation happened?
So briefly, I go to the ladies' room, and when I come back, there's like a big, or maybe not a big, but a noticeable piece of my food missing. There's like a piece of fish missing from my plate.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, and so I was just like, did this guy really eat off my plate? And it was just like bugging me. So I went to the ladies again.
Oh my gosh. So you're going to test him?
Exactly. So I asked the waiter to watch while I was away because he was like super friendly, and I just thought couldn't hurt. So I come out of the bathroom, and the waiter catches my eye. I go over there, and he says, yeah, he just took a bite out of your roll.
Out of your dinner roll?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
So, what-
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
so while you were going to the bathroom, he's eating the food off your plate?
Yeah, who does that? Like, that is just, I mean, he didn't even ask me.
Were you like raving about how good your food was and you don't think he could help himself, or?
I have no idea what the deal was because, I mean, it's a first date. I didn't want to come out and be
Oh
like,
my gosh.
did you just eat half of my asparagus? What is wrong with you? Let me smell your pee. Like, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh my
I
god.
like how he
Maybe
waits for you to go to the bathroom too. Like he's sneaking bites of your food. Like,
Sneaky, strange.
Maybe he was hungry. Those restaurant portions at some of those fancier places are really small.
The bottom line is this guy was eating off my plate, and it's a first date. We're not like best friends or anything where he's just chomping on my food.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt super weird about it, and it was a huge turnoff.
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that. You know, this might be a turnoff too, but Gator is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh my God.
First of all, I didn't know you saw that, so real sorry about that.
Oh my God, you are unbelievable. I mean, at least you admitted it. you weren't trying to sneak out of it or anything.
Why are you eating people's food while they go to the bathroom, Gator?
I was hungry. I was nervous all day for the date. Didn't eat lunch. So here we're at dinner. I just grabbed a tiny little forkfuls. Remember why my name is Gator? I could have eaten that whole thing in a second.
Oh, yes. So you practiced some restraint. That's very nice of you.
Did you not think I wouldn't notice?
I did not. No, I didn't think you would notice. It was tiny little fish forkfuls. Fish gets flaky and spreads out, and you're like, oh, I guess it just fell. Something. I don't know.
Gator, I mean, there's other ways to go about it. Like you could order an appetizer or ask for another basket of bread.
Well, that was the thing. They took the bread away, and I got hungry. I was embarrassed. Be like, hey, bring the bread, more bread. I didn't want to look like a pig. I'm on a date here, so instead of I thought it would be better just to snack a little bit on the plate. I didn't.
Yeah. You don't want to look like a pig. You want to just eat off somebody else's plate while they go to the bathroom.
That's better.
Just tiny amounts, exactly. Yeah.
Tiny bites.
Yeah. And I feel bad. This is not what I do. But, I did pay for it. So, I mean, in essence, was mine. And,
I guess you're right.
Oh.
You were loaning the food to her, I guess.
And that's where you lost me.
Oh.
What? I paid for it. If anything, you were eating my food because I paid for it. So,
What?
Technically, I was giving it to you, and you were eating my fish. So,
I never thought of it like that.
What is wrong with you?
That's the only thing wrong with me is I was hungry. I mean, I told you that I didn't eat all day, and if we were dating for a long time, this would be no problem. It would be cute. But just because it's the first date, you get
I would agree with
mad.
that.
Well, but also it might be cute if you guys are doing it together and you're not waiting until she goes to the bathroom to steal your food, I guess, but to steal the food off her plate.
Okay, that's a good point. At one point, I was thinking maybe, I'll ask her, but, we're in the middle of a vent off, and it would just be in poor taste.
That would be in poor taste. I mean, here's the thing, Gator. I've also been hungry on a date before, but do you know what I did afterwards? I went and got myself a burger at a drive-thru on the way home. That's how you solve that problem.
There you go.
Well, I also did that, too, because the fish wasn't very big.
Whoa.
How much can you eat, sir?
Yeah.
Well, they call me Gator for a reason, okay? I can eat a lot. I still look good. I'm not called Little Baby Bird.
All right,
Well, I don't want to ask this question because I don't want to have to buy you food, but Teresa, would you like to go on a second date with Gator? We will pay for it.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Look, I know you don't want to go on another date with me, but we did have a really good time. The vent off, we were laughing, and I shouldn't have eaten off your plate sneakily. I'm sorry. Next time I'll ask if I can have a bite.
Hey.
Will there be a next time, Teresa?
I feel like you should give him just one more chance.
You had fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on.
only if he admits that thing when he paid for the food, it was technically his.
Yeah.
That better have been a joke.
I agree with that.
That was a joke. Bad joke. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Well, we'll pay for it. So the food that you guys eat is technically ours. And I'm going to come over and eat off of both of your plates, okay?
That works. Great.
That sounds good to me.
Yes. Gator is ready to chow down.
All right, you guys, we'll get it all set up and send you out on another date. Teresa, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
She sounds so excited.
And Gator,
Yep.
go get some food now because I'm sure it's been a few minutes. You're probably starving.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys this, but I've been eating through this entire phone call.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Melanie, please?
This is she.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
You don't know what that is, do you?
No, what's up?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning is a radio show.
Well, yeah, I figured that, but who are you? What's going on?
I'm Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay, well, I'll explain. A second date is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you from a dude named Jake.
Okay.
You know Jake?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So Jake told us about your date.
Mm-hmm.
And he also told us that you're not answering his phone calls or text messages or anything and is wondering why you're blowing him off.
Am I supposed to tell you why?
Would love it if you would. So would Jake. He actually wants to know the answer.
This is kind of weird, but that's fine. I'll tell you.
Okay.
This was easy.
So he told you we met at this car wash place.
Yeah, he told us all about that. He thinks the reason you're not calling him back is because he asked about how much money you made.
Oh.
He said that was the moment everything changed. Like you went from being interested to being totally put off.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was that moment, although that was a weird one as well.
So what was it?
So Jake seemed really nice at the car wash, but I don't know, he's really not my type.
How so?
Did he tell you he's originally from Spain and he just moved over here?
No.
Not too long ago?
We talked to him, and I heard an accent, but we didn't ask about where he was from or anything.
Okay, so he's originally from Spain, and...
That sounds pretty sexy to me.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, except he went on and on, almost immediately from the beginning of our date. He went on and on complaining that, ever since he got here, that he's not been able to hook up with women, and he's so frustrated that American women are so uptight and they should be more, I'm not kidding you, he goes into this thing we need to be more free, we need to be more sexual.
Is it weird that I'm he kind of has a point? I don't know. We are kind of a prudish country.
I understand that, but this is the first date, and it's the first topic of conversation he's going to bring up, and it was in the creepiest way. All the red flags, all of them.
I guess it's weird to complain that you've moved to a country and are having trouble getting laid.
Yeah.
When you're on a date.
Well,
it's not like you're hanging out with a buddy. You're like, man, I can't hook up with a girl, but you're like, hey, you want to go out for dinner? By the way, nobody will have sex with me here. That's weird.
But it wasn't even you just said that very casually. Okay, that's a very casual thing to say in a conversation and be mature about. But he was smarmy gross about it.
Was it the way he was talking? Was it his body language? Could you point to one specific thing that made him schmarmy?
All of the above.
All of it.
He would go into this it was almost like a pitch. Back in my home in Spain, women would throw themselves at the floor to me he was a king or something. It was so gross. I just can't even...
You can't chalk it up to cultural differences.
I'm sure part of it is that, but like I said, there's a way to have a conversation about that without making it creepy and weird. It was weird. I wish you could have done there. I really do. I really do. Because I've been around creepy dudes. I've never felt this uncomfortable.
Really?
It was just, you just have this feeling, this instinct. I can't really describe it. And it was just I shouldn't be here. I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
that's not good.
You probably don't want to be here either, Melanie, because Jake is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my. Oh, okay. He's listening right now?
Unless he hung up. Jake, are you still there?
I am.
Oh. Okay.
So, is it my accent?
No, Jake, I think it was the fact that you were talking about not being able to hook up with American chicks.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a date, bro.
You're on a date,
It's just, in America, we don't talk about sleeping with other people when on a first date.
That's what I mean. I don't understand why you guys are so uptight about, sex, everything, In Spain, it's very natural to talk about those things, whether in a first date or you're home with your mom or your grandmother. It's all very free.
Oh, wow.
Grandmother.
When is the last time you had sex?
I like his liberated point of view in terms of it's natural, everyone does it, but are you hearing what she said about being uncomfortable?
I got to say, I was very surprised. I was very shocked. Spain women love all that kind of talk. Please accept my apologies. I'm a very sexual person. I'm very free when it comes to that. I was hoping maybe you'd be in the same way and not so, antiquada, like an antique kind of thing,
Listen, I think most people are sexual beings. It's part of our human nature, but there's a respectful way to do it, and you cross those lines immediately. I have no interest in seeing you. I don't even know.
Really, Melanie?
Wait, so are we kind of lost in translation kind of thing? Because if I was alone with you, I would do things to you that you can't even think of, I treat you like my princesa.
No. Did you hear what I just said? It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You're not being a respectful human being.
Melanie, I think you're being a little too uptight. Maybe that glass of tequila will help you calm down a little bit and come out on a second date with me.
Okay.
If you were to give him some tips on how, if he got to redo it, what would you want him to do differently next time?
Be a different person?
Well, I don't know.
It might be kind of tough to do.
Man, you got to free yourself up. You're like in a cell. You're obstructing yourself from liberations and freedom of sex, whether it's with men or woman or both at the same time or multiple.
Whatever. Just get after it, huh?
Wow.
I was just trying to help.
I'll be fine without you. Thanks.
Are you sure, Melanie? Would you like to go out with Jake on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't see that coming at all.
Melanie, I mean, fine. Look, I get it. I understand. You're not as sexually liberated as I am. You're not as sexually free as I am. But maybe you can guide me in the right direction? Or might you have some friends that are more sexually liberated than yourself?
What? Now he's going to ask to meet my friends. You guys.
Well, it's a little frustrating because no one will sleep with me here.
Come on, Melanie, can you hook him up? You have any friends that might sleep with Jake since he's having trouble?
I think I'm going to save all my friends the headache and just say no. Absolutely not.
Well, all right. So, Melanie, thank you for your time, Jake. I'm sorry no second date, but, we do have a lot of American women who listen to this show. Is there any last-minute plea you'd like to put out to them?
Yeah, to all the beautiful women out there, a mí me gusta complacer mucho a las mujeres. ¿Tú me entiendes? I love to please women, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I actually
Well, with that Spanish you just dropped right there, Jake, done. I'll sleep with you.
Yeah.
It's good. We're good.
Okay, thank you, but if there's any women that are interested,
We'll send them your way, Jake. Take care, man.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Alyssa, please?
This is she.
Hey, what's up, Alyssa? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm good. I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
You're from a radio show? I don't understand why you're calling me.
Yes, I am from a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and I'm calling you today because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
What?
Yeah, can you think of any reason somebody would email our show to get a hold of you?
Did they nominate me for like a makeover or something?
Dude, that'd be sweet.
No.
I wish that was the case for you.
We don't really do stuff like that, so no makeover, I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Why would someone email you about me then?
Because you guys went out on a date, and now you're not calling him back.
What?
Yeah, equally exciting, right?
His name is Ethan.
Oh my God.
Do you remember going out on a date with Ethan?
Yeah, that I do. I totally remember that.
Okay. Well, Ethan emailed us because he said he really enjoyed going out with you, but ever since your date, he's been trying to call you, and now you're not responding to anything, so he was wondering why.
I don't want to see him.
Is it because he plucked a hair out of your chin?
We just went straight for it, did we?
He told you that?
Yeah, he did. He said that's the reason he thinks you're not calling him back is because he plucked one of your hairs on the date.
Oh my goodness, no. That's so embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed. We all get a stray hair from now and again.
I guess so, but why would he tell a radio station this and email you about it?
Well,
it was a big event for him.
He emailed us because he wants to get a hold of you, and we asked him why he thinks you wouldn't want to see him again, and that was the only thing he could come up with because he said you guys had a really good time other than that.
No.
No, you didn't have a good time other than that?
We did, but there's just one thing that freaked me out.
And it wasn't that he was collecting your hairs one by one?
Wait, hold up. Did he tell you he was collecting my hairs?
No, I was joking. Just a joke because of the one hair that he pulled out.
Oh, my God. My heart skipped a beat.
Yeah. No, he didn't tell us that he was collecting all of your hairs. He just thinks that's the one reason you don't want to see him.
I mean, it was completely embarrassing, but that's not what it was at all.
No? So there's more to it than that?
I don't even know if I should talk about it. I don't want to put his business out there.
Well, he wants his business put out there. Yeah. Like, he actually asked us to do this so that his business could be out in the streets. So he said he's willing to hear whatever it is. So if it's on him, then you mind just telling us?
Well, okay, so what did he tell you about the date?
Well, he told us that you guys met through a matchmaker, went to lunch, and you played a game where you show each other, like, the last photo you took on your phone to try to break the ice. Okay?
Yes, the first photo.
All right.
Yeah, and we did that, and he showed me a picture of his nephew.
Okay.
And
is that a problem? Was his nephew kind of ugly?
No, his nephew was cute.
Oh, okay. Deal breaker for me. Yeah,
I never want to mix my jeans with that line.
Yeah.
No, but he kept going on for the next 30 minutes. He just kept talking about having babies and kids.
Like he wants kids, like now?
Yes, he is completely obsessed with having a baby. That's what I got from it.
Really?
Like, what did he talk about?
Well, he said it was a dream of his. Mm-hmm. Anytime he's out and he sees something that he likes as baby clothes, he buys it.
What?
He has a stash. Yes, he has a stash in his house of baby clothes.
Are you kidding? He's a single bachelor that has a baby clothes stash?
That's what he said. He even knows the room that he's going to convert to the baby room.
Oh,
I mean,
he's already like nesting like a pregnant woman, like getting everything ready at the house.
What?
Yes, he is. I mean, he told me he can't wait to hear baby footsteps coming down the hallway. Like,
whoa.
So maybe that was like a little bit too much to share.
Too
but
much.
I don't know. Is it refreshing to you to find a guy who's interested, obviously, in family life, or is that something you don't want?
Yeah, it's refreshing to know that a guy wants to have a family someday. I do too, but it's creepy that he's collecting baby clothes. He doesn't have a baby.
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be weird for a single girl even to do that.
That's true.
Yeah,
Like if you went over to his house after your date and you open up the closet and you just see a bunch of baby clothes. It's not sexy.
Oh, what was your response to him?
I mean, my response was just to sit there and to listen to him. I mean, still talking about how he can't wait to hear his baby say "dada."
Oh, it's kind
Now,
of
hang on. That's not fair.
What? Who's that?
Oh, that's Ethan. Ethan's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Alyssa.
Apparently, he couldn't wait any longer and had to pipe in.
No, man.
Are you
There's
serious?
nothing wrong with wanting to have a baby.
You've been listening to this the whole time?
Yeah, because you wouldn't return my calls or my texts or anything.
So you call radio station and have them call me and listen.
Well, I really liked you, and apparently you thought I was weird.
I mean, it was really weird talking about a baby that you don't have for 30 minutes. What was I supposed to say to you?
I mean, is it that weird that you would think about the baby you might have someday? For 30 minutes isn't that long to talk about babies.
Well, I don't know. On a first date, even if I were out with a woman and she was like talking about the baby that she wanted so badly, that would scare me. It wouldn't. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't scare you, Ethan, but it would scare a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but like the matchmaker already found somebody that I knew was like really serious and wanting a commitment to, so I just figured it wouldn't scare that person off.
Well, it scared me.
Ethan, I mean, I think everyone agrees that it's sweet that you're excited about fatherhood. But the collecting of the baby clothes, do you bring that up often on a first date?
I mean, first off, to call it a collection is kind of going a little overboard. It's not a collection. It's not like I have a room full of the stuff.
Okay, so how many items?
If we're talking about just anything having to do with babies, I've got like 15 things.
Oh.
But like they're not all, like 7 of them are onesies. And the thing is, like, everybody thinks this is a big joke, ha ha ha, it's really funny, but I'm actually prepared for fatherhood.
No, I think it's great. I just think it's great when you find out maybe like 2 months into a relationship that you're that into it.
Ethan, you even told me on a date that you already picked out the names for your kids already.
What?
How long have you been planning this, Ethan?
I don't know why you guys think this is weird. I've been dreaming about having kids since I was a kid.
You're so sweet.
What are the names of your kids that you don't have yet, if I can ask, or is that a secret?
Well, I mean, I want to have a boy and a girl, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and you get to choose, obviously.
He said for a boy would be Ken, and he would name his girl Sanctuary.
Sanctuary and Ken.
Yeah.
The Ken kind of throws me.
Yeah, it is. When you come up with Sanctuary, where it is.
You know, you guys can say whatever you want to say, but I'm probably the only guy in this room on this phone that's actually preparing for childhood. I'm not embarrassed about that. I'm not ashamed about that, and I don't think that people should reject me because of it.
I actually agree with what you're saying. I do, Ethan. I mean, he knows what he wants. He maybe gave you way too much information on the first date, and that's his bad for oversharing.
I didn't plan on having a girl named Sanctuary.
Yeah, that one you need to negotiate for sure.
Debatable. We could talk.
Well, Alyssa, would you like to go out with Ethan on another date? We will pay for it.
I don't know about all this. I mean, doesn't this seem weird to you all? It's crazy. It's creepy.
No, not at all. Like every dude that I've known when we were kids, like we would just sit around the playground and talk about the kids we were going to have one day.
And did they collect clothes?
Yeah, of course. It's a totally normal dude thing.
It's a little overwhelming, but I don't think that it's creepy.
I mean, Alyssa, I feel like you're not giving me a chance. I feel like we should go out again because I have proven to you that I'm an honest, straightforward guy and that I have a long-term plan.
And his clock is ticking, Alyssa. He doesn't have as much time.
I guess so. One more date wouldn't hurt.
So you'll do it. You'll go out with Ethan one more time.
I said yes. Please don't ask me again before I change my mind.
That's awesome.
Congratulations, Ethan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And thank you, Alyssa, for giving me another chance. And we can talk about Sanctuary. We'll discuss names later. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk about the kids again.
Good choice.
All right. Well, good luck, you guys. Keep us updated, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And Alyssa?
Yes.
If he says he's on the pill, don't believe him.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Tracy?
this is Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
Good.
Have you heard the show before?
I've heard of the show. Okay. I can't say that I really listened to the show. When are you guys on?
Well, the show's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'll let you draw your own conclusion there.
Get it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So in the morning.
Good morning.
And we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they don't call you back, you can email us to get them on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you.
Okay.
All right. It's from a dude named Sean.
Oh, yeah.
So why aren't you calling Sean back?
I don't really want to embarrass him on the radio.
What if I told you were an afternoon show? Would you be cool with it then? Embarrass him in the afternoon?
I don't know if I should say.
Did he do something embarrassing on the date?
Not embarrassing like in the way that you think. Oh my gosh, where do I start?
Because he has no idea.
How well do you know Sean?
He and I are great friends. We go back minutes. We don't know him that well. He emailed the show, and we talked to him about your date. He told us about it, and that's about as far as it goes. But he said it seemed like you guys had a really good time.
He also said that you guys only hung out an hour, so how well could you even know Sean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So before I went on the date, I Googled him.
Okay.
So I knew who he was, and I knew that he was pretty well off.
Okay. So since that's out in the open, he did tell us that he tried to downplay how much money he has because he's trying to find someone that just likes him for him.
Right. He said he took his Beamer instead of the Maserati.
Well, so that wasn't really the problem. After I Googled him, I was a little bit excited, but I wasn't really expecting anything. But after being with him, he's so stingy.
Stingy?
Yes, about everything.
What do you mean?
Well, so for example, okay, when the bill came, he had an intense conversation, let's say that, with the waiter about the amount of the bill because he ordered a Caesar salad without croutons, but he was charged the full price.
Oh, my God.
Okay. And all this is going on, and you know he's rich, but he doesn't know you know he's rich.
Right.
You guys, though, I'm going to come to his defense. I mean, wouldn't it be refreshing? Like, the last thing you want is to go out with a rich guy who flaunts it in your face all the time.
No, I'd love that.
What about going out with a cheap rich guy? That is that's a good thing.
There's a difference between frugal and stingy in my mind. That was kind of the whole mentality. It seemed like he just was nickeling and diming everything. And so, when we were leaving, the place that we went had valet parking, but he just, breezed right by it like he was walking down the street for the free parking. And I just thought, really? You didn't even valet your car?
I think that's smart.
Come on, you brought the Beamer.
I don't know. It felt stingy to me, the whole vibe.
Right. So not just
man,
being frugal, but
out.
arguing over croutons seems a little bit extreme.
Right.
Well, Tracy, you know what?
What?
Sean is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
What? He's on the phone?
Yeah. Unless he's out of free minutes, he might have hung up. I don't know. Sean, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Tracy, just to be clear, as far as the croutons go, I ordered the salad. It was supposed to come with croutons. I didn't get croutons. And I'm just not okay with being told I'm going to get one thing and not get the other. So, maybe other people let it go, but that's how I was successful in business, by not letting people get away with things.
Don't get away with the croutons.
Yeah.
But croutons? You're going to argue about croutons? It seems petty is what it seems.
No, it's none of that. It's just being responsible. I ordered something, I didn't get it, and I shouldn't pay the full price for it.
Yeah.
But what about the valet parking? There was parking right there. You know how parking is where we live? Why didn't you valet park your car? You had to walk a mile to get back. I can only imagine.
Well, I don't mind walking. It doesn't bother me. I'm in great shape. It's fine by me. And as far as being stingy, I got you a ticket to go home and visit your family.
Whoa.
So how stingy is that?
You did what?
Yeah, you might have wanted to ease her in to that news, Sean.
Yeah.
That was a bomb.
Tracy, when we were talking about how much you missed your family and how you hadn't been home in a while, I thought to myself, wow, let me get you a ticket so you can go home and visit your family when you get a chance. So I don't really know how that's stingy, as you call it.
Well, thank you, I think. Is it an economy ticket?
What?
Whoa,
You are not
no
asking
way,
that.
dang.
What?
Do you want to go see your family or not? Like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to prove a point. Is
Oh.
it an economy ticket?
That's true.
Are you? No, it's
You
not
think he
true.
should have
Okay,
bought you a
need to
first-class
slow it
ticket?
down.
Wait, he's rich.
What are you talking about?
Of course he should buy me a first-class ticket. I mean, that's the point I'm trying to make. If he's not stingy, then he would have bought me a first-class ticket. He has plenty of money. So, Sean, what is it?
Oh, my gosh.
It's not a first-class ticket.
Oh,
And Tracy, no,
dude.
you're missing the point. The point is you should be thankful for any ticket at all. And if you expect a first-class ticket, then you come off as a gold digger.
Exactly.
He is a billionaire. Obviously, you don't know much about him. He's a billionaire. So a first-class ticket to him is nothing.
Wow.
And so that's totally proving my point. His whole mentality is stingy, and I cannot be with someone who is stingy.
Well, would you like to go on a second date with somebody who's stingy? We'll pay for it.
Clearly, she wants someone else to pay for it.
Okay, so here's the deal. Sean, if you will upgrade that ticket and email it to me to first class, then I will go on a second date with you. You will have proved to me that you are not stingy.
Do not go
Sean.
out with her. Do not do it, Sean.
Are you going to upgrade that ticket to a first-class ticket so you can get a date with Tracy?
No, I think I'm going to cancel that ticket, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's charges. There's usually charges associated with that. I don't know if you can handle that, Sean.
I'm more than happy to pay for those charges.
Oh!
Wow. That's what I figured. I knew you couldn't handle it.
Oh!
You are so going to regret this, Tracy.
Oh, your
Sorry.
family misses
Like,
you.
Yeah, Tracy.
You're the worst gold digger ever. You don't even know, like, you had a chance with a billionaire. And oh, my God.
He's a billionaire that spends like $3 a day. No, thank you. He will die rich and alone.
Well, Sean, at least you found somebody who doesn't want you for your money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, how about this, Sean? Text it in 78592 if you have any interest on going out with Sean.
Oh, really? I bet
By the way,
nobody.
every single person is going to text in and want to go out with you, Sean. So we'll find you another date, all right?
Let's do it. Line them up.
Oh, wow.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nico, please?
Speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Nico.
Do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll tell you. Brooke and Jubal in the morning, it's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay? Not a lot phases you, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's not caring.
You get calls from radio stations all the time?
No, I'm just confused.
Okay.
Maybe he just has the same emotional range that you have, Jubal.
Possible. Hey, Nico, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody that listens to our show.
Oh, well, what did it say?
Well, it said some very nice things. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. And you recently went out with a girl named Kayla.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Well, Kayla emailed us because she said that she thought the date went great, but now you're not calling her back, and she wants to know
She
why.
said the date went great.
Yeah.
Yeah, was she wrong about that?
I just can't believe she remembers the date. She was on the phone the whole time.
What?
She was on her phone the whole time, you said?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the whole date. She wasn't calling anybody, but she was, like, texting, I assume.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't just, like, looking. It was, like, typing constantly. I mean, I don't know if she was texting, like, a different guy or setting up, like, a date after mine or what, but it was distracting.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Okay.
get a conversation in at all. It was rude.
All right.
it sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to her about your date. She said that she actually had a great time and thought it was one of the best dates she's had.
That's impossible. I mean, she was. I mean, like the whole time she was typing. It was so weird. I think the weirdest part. So I thought, like, okay, well, this was a bust. She must have seen me, wasn't into me, doing something else. But then walking back to the car, she just like, I mean, out of nowhere, just kissed me.
Oh, she kissed you.
She kissed me.
What did you think about that?
I was shocked.
I'm shocked.
Like, I wasn't even going to go for a kiss or even a hug. I thought this was going to be like a peace, whatever. And all of a sudden she just like lunges at me, and I'm not going to say no.
Of course.
But I was just kind of like a mannequin, just kind of still let her do her thing.
She thought the kiss was great. She told us about that. She also thought that you kissed her.
Oh, that's impossible, since I was stationary.
I mean, if she hadn't been on her phone, were you attracted to her?
Yeah, she's definitely cute, but like all I really saw was her forehead because she was bent over texting the whole time.
Looking at her phone the whole time. All right.
Oh my God, your self-restraint that you didn't say anything on the date. I feel like I at some point would have been like, hey, can you put the phone away?
Eyes up here.
I'm just not that type of person. If that's your thing, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. You do your thing. I'll eat this hamburger.
So basically your date was you hanging out with someone who was on their phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you were sexually assaulted afterwards. She kissed you.
I wouldn't say that, but it was aggressive.
All right. Well, thanks for telling us why you don't want to call her back. I also should tell you this, though. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
Did she hear what I just said?
Unless she was buried in her phone again, texting or something. I don't know. Kayla, are you still there?
Oh.
Yeah, Nico, I loved hanging out with you. I was so interested in the date. I really liked you.
How can you say that? You were typing the whole time.
That's because I was taking notes about the date on my phone, so then I can transfer it into my relationship diary when I get home.
Wait.
That is so much right now.
Wait, I'm very confused. What do you mean you were taking, notes?
It's what I do. Every time I go on a date, I have this relationship diary because I want to write down, red flags and pluses and minuses about the dates and details so that way I can remember things.
Why? Do you have memory problems or something?
No, I just think it'll be really cute to one day look back on it all and reminisce about everything.
So you thought she was being super rude, Nico. She was actually super listening to you.
True,
Yeah, but that's not normal. I've never gone on a date and the next day been like, oh, did I have a good time on that date? I should have written it down.
And Kayla, you're listening, but you're not hearing what he's saying. He thought you weren't into him because your face was buried into your phone screen the entire time. Don't you see that as a problem?
Brooke, back off. I'm talking to him about this, not you. I don't know why you just keep interrupting me. It's really pissing me off. I'm trying to get this across to him that, Nico, I really like you.
Okay. I guess that makes sense in a way.
Nico, I'll prove it to you. Here, the next thing, 8:35, you had showed me those pictures of your family, and I noted that your brothers are hot and that you guys have really good genes.
Oh, my God. That is so weird. That is so weird.
I wanted to take note that, you are a good person to have babies with.
Oh,
there you go.
God.
It's already thinking about babies.
That fast-forwarded real quick.
You guys don't understand. These are things that everybody thinks of on a date, and, I'm just writing them down. I'm writing down the thoughts that everybody's thinking of anyway. That's the only difference. Don't you understand? Nico, you understand, right? Don't you understand?
No, none of this makes sense to me. First, why are you saying my brothers are hot? Why are you saying you want to have babies with me? I don't even think we made eye contact through this entire date.
Nico, you are taking this way out of context. I'm documenting this because one day you're going to appreciate all the details that I've put down here in this diary, and you're going to look back on it and be like, wow, she's awesome that she wrote all this down and that she did that, and we can look at this together.
There you go. Yeah, what do you think, Nico? You want a second date with Kayla? We'll pay for it. Go on a second date, make some babies?
A second date?
Yeah.
How do you, so she can finish this novel she's writing about our this is the weirdest thing.
If it makes you feel better, Nico, it's not just about you. She does it for every date she goes on.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse. It's like a serial killer. I'm scared, frankly. I'm worried.
Okay, that seems a little...
Come on, Nico, that's not fair. And Brooke, you are not helping things.
What do you think, Nico?
I'm trying.
Will you go out with her one more time?
Brooke is the only one making sense right now. I wish Brooke had been there on the date to tell you to get out of your phone.
Fine, I won't even bring my phone on the next date. Are you happy?
There you go, Nico.
Are you going to take notes with a pen and paper instead? Or
Yeah, whatever. I'll just write it down. I won't use my phone at all. I'll use the napkin next to me. God.
Yeah, she'll take notes the old-fashioned way, Nico. Would you go on a second date with her? We'll pay for it.
Look, I think you're very attractive and...
Shut up. I know what you're trying to do. And, it's not. You're just sugarcoating it, and this is bull. And, just get to the point.
Oh.
I think that your intentions are sweet, but what you're
Nico, I'd get to the point before she stabs you. I think what he's trying to get at is a no. Is that a no, Nico?
It's a no.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
It's a hard no.
Kayla,
did you learn anything from this experience?
The only thing I learned here, Brooke, was not to trust you with anything. Jesus.
Whoa.
You have done nothing for me.
Well,
I'm trying to help you, I swear.
sorry, Kayla. No second date.
I hate your show, especially when Brooke's on. I'm never listening again.
All right, well, but can I read? I want to read your journal sometime. Can I just read it?
No, you, Jubal.
Okay.
Bye, Kayla.
Yeah.
You sarcastic piece of shit.
I actually wasn't being sarcastic. I really do want to read it.
Whatever. Jubal, I'll give you like $20 if you just slap Brooke across the face right now.
I'll only do that if you're in here journaling because I want to see what you say about it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, Nick, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
From what?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay. Well, what do I got to say? What do I got to do?
You don't have to say or do anything. I just have a few questions for you about a date you recently went on.
Okay.
Here's how it works. One of our listeners emailed us to call you. You recently went out with a girl named Lisa, okay?
Right.
And Lisa is wondering why you're not calling her back.
Okay. So, what do I just tell you what happened, or?
That would be the goal. If you just want to straight up just tell me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it just didn't work out.
Well, is there a specific reason?
Not too much. I mean,
There was way too much hesitation. There's definitely a reason.
well, no, I mean, she just, listen, when you go out with somebody, have something in mind, and if they're not it, then you move on.
I like how your voice just gets higher.
I'm just saying, I mean, not everybody's for everybody. Why waste time if they're not for you? That's all.
Nick, let me ask you a question. She told us that she had a profile picture on the dating website that was 8 years younger than she is. Does she look a lot different now, and is that why you don't want to call her back?
I wouldn't say a lot different, but somewhat different.
Like different enough to where you found her unattractive when you saw her?
I don't know. I wouldn't say unattractive, but it's just I'm just particular, and she wasn't my type exactly. So I'm just looking for Miss Perfect, and she wasn't it. That's all.
Miss Perfect. What is Miss Perfect?
Isn't that what everybody wants? Miss Perfect for them,
I want Miss Wheeling. That's what I'm usually going for.
Or Miss Damaged Goods.
Or this Miss has a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I guess I just have high standards. I don't know.
All right. Are you one of... Okay, I got a friend like you. You're one of those I only date perfect 10 model type guys, aren't you?
No, I mean, not maybe to other people's standards, but to my standards, they have to have certain features or attributes that I like.
So it was all just like a looks thing. Like her looks didn't meet what you expected and what you like.
Look, I'm just saying, I've been on a lot of dates. I've dated a lot of people here and back home, and just, I guess I always find something wrong with each of them,
What do you find wrong, though? Like, her cuticles were a little, too white. Are you that picky?
Well, if I notice that, sure, that could be something. But
For real?
No, but it's usually bigger than that. Like, this one girl had, really big gums. You ever see that when they smile, they're very gummy, and that's just...
Nick, I'm with you. I'm with you on the big gums thing. It is distracting.
Yeah, like horse gums?
Yeah.
You guys are so shallow.
It's true, though. What? Brooke, do you want to date a dude with huge gums?
I don't know that I've ever even noticed gums.
Obviously you're looking at their face most of the time, but, you gaze and you look down and you see the boobs and stuff. Can I say boobs and stuff?
Yeah,
you can
sure,
say
you can say that. Absolutely.
Well, that was one problem with this girl. They were just kind of weirdly shaped or something. I just couldn't.
Are we talking about a former date of yours, or are we talking about Lisa?
Oh no, a former date.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not like Lisa.
Okay.
We're just going through a list of everything wrong
All right.
with every woman that he's ever dated.
I'm just giving examples of why I'm picky. That's all. I mean,
All right, big gums, weird looking boobs, things like that turn you
if
off.
they look like that, then who knows what they look like when it's off.
Okay.
So what was the thing that turned you
my
off
God.
about Lisa?
Well, she had really, the nose part was fine, but the nostrils were kind of small.
What?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They're just tiny.
Her nostrils are too small for her nose.
Yeah, the holes part.
Yeah, I know what a nostril is. I'm just trying to picture a big
No, I know,
nose
but,
with little.
They were just really small, and it looked kind of odd. It didn't look like that in the picture, which was surprising.
Dude, you've got to be kidding me. Are you being serious that small nostrils are a deal breaker for you?
Look, when you're talking to somebody for an hour and all you can focus on is the nostrils, there's a problem.
But
that's why I couldn't take it anymore.
You probably have a lot of your own imperfections too, right?
I'm not saying I don't, but for me, why should I settle if that's not who I
You
want
have
to be with?
you have to be one of the most picky dudes I've ever talked to.
Yeah, dude.
And
I know. Everybody says that to me, but that's who I am.
You're
hey,
honest.
hey,
And maybe
listen,
that's
look,
why I'm single, but what do you want?
it definitely is why you're single. I'm going to tell you that right now. But, I would love to find out if Lisa has had any work done to her nostrils to make them smaller. Wouldn't you like to find that out, Nick?
No, that's all right. I don't really care. I mean, it didn't work out, so it doesn't matter. I'm moving on.
Well, it's too bad because she's actually on the other line listening.
What?
Seriously? My nostrils are too small?
What are you guys doing to me? What have you ambush people like this?
Yeah, it's kind of the point of the whole segment. So anyway.
Moving on.
I didn't agree to this.
I know you didn't, but Lisa did, and now she's on the phone, so you might as well talk to her about her small nostrils.
I'm here. Like, what kind of freaky thing is that? I could see if your nostrils were too big, but...
Well, it's just my thing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm picky, that's all. I don't know if you heard that part, but I'm just very...
I mean, we have all this stuff in common, and now you're saying it's because of my nostrils? My nostrils are normal.
No, they're not.
Oh, my God.
Really?
I'm sorry, they're not. I've seen a lot of nostrils, and they're on the smaller side.
I see at least a dozen nostrils a day, and apparently yours don't stack up, Lisa.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else thinks about them. I know I'm picky, and there were some very nice qualities you had, and we had some nice conversation. But for me, just me, like I said, I'm picky. They were just too small, and it was distracting. I'm sorry.
Nick, how do you expect to find the perfect woman with like every single thing on her face being perfect? I mean, you're not exactly Mr. Hottie. You're cute. So what are you thinking?
Look, if I have to be single for the rest of my life because I can't find the perfect person for me, then I'll be single, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to keep trying. That's all.
All right.
Wow, that's dedication.
Well, I have to do this no matter what because it is a second date. Nick, would you like to go out on a second date with Lisa? We will pay for it.
No, it's not a match. It's not going to work.
Both of you guys said, did I hear both of you guys say no to a second date at the same time?
Yes.
All right. Look, you guys have more in common than you think.
The only thing, apparently.
All right, Lisa. Well, I'm sorry that we couldn't make that happen for you.
Okay, thanks.
And Nick, I'll keep an eye out for girls with giant nostrils, okay?
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Erica?
this is she.
Hey, Erica, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm fine.
Good. Me too, I'm all right. You didn't ask, but I just told you. What's going on?
I don't know. What is going on? What is this? Why are you calling?
Well, it's a radio show, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And we actually got an email about you from somebody who listens to the show.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Got any guesses?
No.
Been out on a lot of dates recently?
Well, no, but I mean, it wouldn't be like Justin.
Oh my God, it's
Yes,
dawning on you.
it would
Did you
be
hear that?
Justin. Justin emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, but he also
Oh
said
my God, you got to be kidding me.
no. He also said that he's been trying to get a hold of you and you won't text him back.
No, I'm not calling him.
And why?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It was a fun date. He's an interesting guy. He's good looking.
So those are all really good things.
Yeah, I mean, overall the date was fine, but interesting. I mean, there was a few weird moments, but I don't know.
So no specific reason why you don't want to see him again?
I do have a reason, but I don't know that I feel comfortable sharing that.
Okay. Well, like, is it a personal reason for you or is it something about Justin?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Okay.
He's
Well,
t-
Justin, whenever anybody does these, we always tell them that they need to be willing to hear whatever the other person says. So Justin is willing to hear anything bad that you might have to say.
Well, it's just that he seems to know too many people, because I wasn't sure how I felt about the date. So then I showed my friends his picture, and it's like they all knew him.
Oh.
Knew him really well.
Oh,
they go-
I get it. Okay.
Like they hooked up with him, or
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm not thinking about one of the girls. Like 3 of them have hooked up with him.
wow,
Oh.
that's
Man.
a lot. He gets around.
Wow.
Yeah, he told us that he's never had a problem with women, but he also said that he liked you so much that he can only think about you and doesn't even want to think about any other girls.
Yeah.
But apparently your friends might think about him from time to time.
I have a solid group of friends, and I can't be the 4th girl in my girl group to hook up with him. That's just crazy.
I mean, when we talked to him, it sounded like he wants more than a hookup from you.
Yeah.
Like he felt like he had an awakening of how he should really be in a relationship after he met you.
I find that hard to believe.
Do you? I don't know. I was kind of convinced by it.
Well, he did say he wanted to grow or
Yeah.
something.
I mean, it sounds like he can get a hookup whenever he wants a hookup, and he's putting in a lot of effort to get a hold of you. If he just wanted a hookup, he could have had that already with somebody else.
Yeah, he seems to have a good history of it.
Yeah. So you definitely, so that's what it is. You don't want to be the fourth girl in your friend group who has hooked up with Justin.
Obviously, he sleeps around a lot, and I don't need that. So I think it's best just to not call him.
Okay, that seems pretty straightforward.
Well, Erica, I do have to let you know this before we let you go. Thank you for being honest. And now I have to be honest because Justin is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. So we've kind of, we've also hung out with Justin a bit.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
All right, listen, I haven't met any of your friends. I don't know who they are, but most likely it's the truth. I mean, are any of them waitresses, hostesses, bartenders?
You got to type, obviously.
He just keeps listing careers.
The dishwashers.
Teachers, nurses.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I was that guy. But, I'm not just trying to get you in bed. You can do that with anyone, pretty much. But I'm interested in you.
They all know you from last year. All of them.
Oh, dang.
Last year.
And Justin, don't you think that's weird? If you slept with all my girlfriends, this is weird.
Yeah.
Look, it's true. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm a recovering male skank.
Recovering male skank, Erica.
I feel like he's self-aware.
That doesn't help your mission here. I mean...
Look, I'll be the first one to admit it. I hooked up with a lot of girls, probably in every state, maybe 49 out of the 50. But I want to change.
Whoa.
I'm acknowledging the kind of person that I've been. I would love to change because of you.
Oh.
We had one date, and now you suddenly want to change because we've had one date? I hardly believe that.
Wow.
No, Eric, I'm being honest with you. Look, that night I almost had a booty call. I almost made that phone call, but I didn't. I just can't stop thinking about it.
You are so not helping yourself here.
But Erica, think about it if the tables were turned. Like, what if some guy didn't want to go out with you because of a couple of dudes or more that you slept with? Like, you would be really upset about that because you're also more than just who you've hooked up with in the past.
Yeah, but I'd still see that it would be awkward that his friends have seen me naked.
Yeah.
Or it's easier to bond. I mean, you could look at it two ways.
I have to ask a question. Justin, do you think you like her because she's the only girl that doesn't call you back?
Nah, man. This girl, she has a brain. You're very smart. You're funny. You get my movie references. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Sandlot.
Yeah, see?
That was really dorky.
Look, Justin, it's nice that you say all these things and you feel this way about me, but it just doesn't change that you've been with my friends like that. I mean, if we were to go out, we couldn't have sex for like 6 months because I'd have to know that you really, really fell in love with me.
Whoa.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Jeez.
Holy 6 months? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, like, no booty calls, no nothing. 6 months of just holding my hand and a kiss goodnight. You need a freaking cleanse.
Oh.
Wow. All right, well.
That is strict.
Not for anybody.
Erica,
Yeah.
would you like to go? Maybe I shouldn't even ask Erica at this point now. Erica, would you like to go on a second date with Justin? We will pay for it if he agrees to not having any sex for 6 months.
Okay, Justin, it's your turn.
Oh, she said
yes.
All right,
She's
Justin.
into it. Now I feel like she's just testing you.
Time to put you to the test, find out how woke you really are now.
Wait, you know what kind of person I am? You know what would do that to me? I mean, like, 6 months. She said 6 months.
Yes,
She
she
said
did.
6 months,
In 6 months. I know that probably hasn't happened to you since you were teens, but
That's half a year. That's half a year.
you're not going to
it is.
explode.
Yeah.
You're not going to explode. You'll be
good at
fine.
math.
I mean,
Might actually.
you will at some point, but not the way you
Justin,
think.
I can't think of any other way to prove to my friends that it's okay we date because you'd have to prove, that you really care about me. Just imagine after 6 months how amazing that's going to be.
Ooh.
6 months.
Okay. Yes. We've been over that,
Justin.
Justin. We've been over that a bunch now. 6 months. Can you wait 6 months? You'll get your second date if you can abstain for 6 months.
I mean, I'm just throwing this back at you. Can we negotiate like 6 dates?
6 dates.
Nope, we're talking 6 months. I mean, you just said that you want to change and that you've never met anyone like me and that you made it sound like you'd do anything.
Is there any chance that I can get back to you on this?
All right. Yeah.
Really?
Can I process this?
All right. Erica, you blew Justin's mind. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Justin, use some time to think about it and then update us on if you guys actually go on a second date. All right.
Gosh.
Gotcha. 6 months.
Yes, 6 months. We know.
6 months.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Thomas?
No, this is not Thomas.
This isn't Thomas?
This is Glenn. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name is Jubal. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay, hi.
Hi. I was looking to speak with a Thomas.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, you said your name was Glenn?
Yep, it is.
Okay. Well, Glenn, let me ask you a question. Did you start kind of an online relationship with a girl named Kristen a little while ago?
Sorry, what is this about?
I knew it.
I wasn't answering my question, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly, Glenn.
Well, the reason that I'm asking you, Glenn, is because Kristen emailed us, because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then they end up not calling you back after, you can email us and hopefully find out why. And she told us a little bit about meeting a dude named Thomas online and talking to him for over a month. Things got very heated to the point where Thomas and her were saying, I love you. And then there was supposed to be a dinner date and that never happened. But strangely, the phone number that she gave me for Thomas is for you. And your name's Glenn.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I was confused. I am Thomas.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, Glenn, we know that you're lying. Just come out with it. Why are you leading women on and telling them I love you on dating apps and toying with their emotions? That really hurts people.
I know it sounds like that. No. Let me explain. So Thomas is my middle name, and I go by Glenn sometimes and Thomas sometimes.
Okay, but so you're admitting that you're the person that she was talking to?
Yeah. No, I know Kristen, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait. The Kristen that you were supposed to meet at the restaurant where you said you were in a restaurant in a different city, but then when she looked up that restaurant in the different city, that didn't exist?
Wow, you know a lot about me. Yeah, I did try to meet her.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of weird how honest you're being, because normally when people catfish somebody online, they would try to deny it.
Well, it's kind of complicated. I guess you could call it a catfish, but it's not like that.
Okay, well then can you try to explain it, please?
So actually I've met Kristen before.
What?
You've met her before?
You mean like you had seen her picture on the same dating app or something?
Well, that, but also I've met her in person. She just doesn't know that I'm who I say I am or who she's been talking to.
What?
Wow.
Now that
Okay,
comes off
so-
as not only like catfishing and like an a-hole move, but creepy. You sound creepy.
No. It's not creepy. I just wasn't expecting to talk about this right now. So I actually live in her building.
What? It gets even
You guys live in the same building?
Yeah, it's not as I didn't move in to like stalk her. I live in the apartment underneath her, and I really like her, and I'm just really nervous to talk to her.
Okay, no one brought up stalking. You're the only person that jumped to that conclusion, which is also a red flag.
No, you guys are accusing me, and it's making me sound like I'm crazy, but I'm not. I really like Kristen, and this whole situation is weird, and I'm not a catfish.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing. If it's not catfishing.
Like I said, she lives in the unit above me, and I really like her. She's really cool and really pretty, and I'm just a kind of a nervous guy. So I thought I'd make this profile to get to know her and then, meet her or talk to her in person with this information I have.
And when you talked to her in person and you showed up and you were the dude that lives downstairs, you didn't think that would go bad?
Well, I was just trying to use the information to talk to her about things she would like, but a fake persona, I was never going to meet her as that. I mean, I was just using that to kind of get to know her better, but it got really out of hand.
So wait, you were basically like being a spy on a dating app in order to find out, I don't know, if she likes to go hiking, so that when you ran into her into the building, you could be like, oh, hey, I'm also going on a hike. Let's go together. And then she would fall in love with the real you, not the fake you.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for understanding.
Whoa!
No,
Wow. Okay, so you catfished her to get research on things to talk to her about.
Oh, that's so creepy.
That is elaborate.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
And then how did you let your fake persona say I love you to her online?
I don't know. She's awesome, and I just got wrapped up into this fantasy.
Okay, did you mean to actually schedule a date with her?
Well, she was the one who was pushing it, and then I just thought since we talked a lot, like she could see past the weird beginning to this relationship we're going to have.
Did you have any plan of actually meeting up with her?
I did plan on it, and then I freaked out at the last moment.
Oh,
wow.
So then what was your... Wait, so everything backfired and now you're just giving up on everything? You're not stalking her anymore?
Well, I was never stalking her, but yeah, I mean, it's all complicated.
Yeah, super complicated. You know what else complicates it even more, Thomas? Kristen is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
I don't even know what to think.
I don't think
I don't either.
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, Glenn? I don't even know who you are. Like, what do you look like?
We actually talked once in the laundromat, but I live underneath you. I'm in 102. I'm the guy with the shaved head. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for it to get like that. I think you're really cool and you're so beautiful, and I just was worried it wouldn't go well, so I don't know.
So you decided to catfish me? Is that what you did? I mean, this is embarrassing.
Well, okay,
I don't need
every night I have to hear you with your boyfriend upstairs, and that should be me. You don't even know me.
Wait.
What boyfriend? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That blonde guy, the one with the hair up to his shoulders, he's been around for like 6 months, and I hear you guys all the time.
First of all, he's not my boyfriend. It's nothing like that, okay?
He calls you his girlfriend. I've heard it.
What? You're like spying on her. So not only are you like creating fake personas to get into her life, but now you're just straight up listening to her conversations inside her apartment.
No, our building is small, and you guys are saying I'm lying. Well, she's also lying.
Really? Yeah. Do you have a boyfriend or not? Because if you do have a boyfriend, it's weird that you're online trying to meet dudes, telling them you love them.
It's not my boyfriend. It's a friend. We hang out a lot. It's a fun thing. It's not my boyfriend, and he knows that.
Oh, man. You guys are both kind of out.
No,
like,
no.
what's going on right
I don't care if she's dating 8 other dudes right now. What he did is so creepy.
Okay, I know we're both in like a weird place, and this all started out really weird, but when we were talking online, there was something there. There was a good vibe, and like...
I was vibing with Thomas, not with Glenn.
Well, I am Thomas.
No, you're not Thomas. You put on these like fake pictures. It's so bad. You have no idea.
Those are my brother, actually.
It's heartbreaking.
Those are pictures of your brother?
Yeah, those are pictures of my older brother.
Does he even know that you're doing that? No.
Yeah, he told me I should do it.
Me.
No, he did not. Glenn, stop lying. You are such a bad liar. Glenn, are you actually trying to still make this work? I mean, she would literally have to be just as nuts as you to want to continue whatever weird fantasy relationship you started.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not moving out of the building, so either we go on a date or just like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
You cannot make me go on a date with you. This is just so bad.
Whatever. This all got really out of hand. I was just trying to get to know you because I liked you, and now it's just weird. And
yeah, it's our fault, Glenn.
You could have talked to me like a normal person and just asked me out. Who knows? Maybe I would have gone out with you.
I did try to talk to you like a normal person in the laundromat, and you didn't even give me the time of day. You just walked out.
I don't even remember this. Who knows? Maybe, I don't even know what was going on in my mind that day.
Whatever. I liked you, and I'm down to go out on another date if you want to.
All right. Sweet. Well, Kristen, would you like to go on a first date with Thomas or Glenn?
Absolutely not.
Thomas. We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
No.
No. And I'm changing my lock. I mean, this is gross.
Oh, my God.
No, it is not an oh my God situation, Glenn. She needs to call her landlord right now.
All right, well, I'm not going to talk to you, so don't worry. I'll forget you exist, forget I exist, and tell your boyfriend I say hello.
Oh, my God.
He's not my boyfriend.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Leslie, please?
Yes, this is her.
Hey, Leslie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
What exactly is this regarding?
It's regarding somebody that you recently went on a date with.
What?
Yeah. You recently went out on a date with somebody that listens to our show, and you haven't been calling them back, so he actually emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you've been blowing him off.
Who is it?
His name is Henry.
Oh, Lord.
You remember Henry? He said that you guys met at a 5K and then went out for lunch after?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a reason why you're not calling Henry back? He says he's tried to get a hold of you a bunch.
There definitely is a reason.
Do you mind sharing it with us so that we can tell him?
I don't even know what happened. It was like, when I met him at the road race, he was really funny. He was, telling some jokes, and I thought that was kind of cute. And
he said that he made a little bet with you before you guys started running.
Yeah, he did. It was kind of cute. It was a little cocky, but it was cute.
All right. Well, it sounds like you liked him a lot. So what was it that turned you off?
Well, it was a normal date at first. We sat down and we were talking about my job.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the conversation went from my job to sex.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? How do you even make that transition?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, he started asking about me and my sexual experiences with other people and other women, and I was like, what? Where did this come from?
And just out of the blue, nowhere, he just goes down a weird sexual path on you.
Yes, out of nowhere. it just caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do, so I just went along with it.
Oh my God, you did?
Yeah, I mean, what would you do if you were in my situation? Like, he just started talking to me about multiple partners, and I was stuck. I had no idea what I was doing. It was like an out-of-body experience, really.
We talked to him, and he said that you guys both mutually started talking about all kinds of sexual stuff.
No, he definitely brought it up. And all I wanted to do was get out of there. That was all that I was thinking about. Like, how can I end this lunch so that I can, like, leave as fast as possible?
Why didn't you tell him that those are totally inappropriate questions during a lunch date and you're just not comfortable?
I mean, I guess I was so in shock about how the conversation just took a turn sexual.
That is so weird. We talked to him, and like I said, he was just like, oh, she started talking about it, and then we both started talking about it.
I had nothing to do with it. And actually, at one point, he said, and I quote, "Oh, I'm totally into that. I'd be down for that." And I didn't even say anything sexual at all.
That is, I wonder what he was thinking he'd be down for. Wouldn't you love to ask him?
Oh, my God.
No, I don't ever want to talk to him
That's
again.
a shame, because Henry's actually on the other line listening right now.
Oh, my God.
Henry.
He's on the phone?
Yes, he is. Henry, how are you going to explain yourself? What were you doing?
I don't understand. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you were absolutely talking about sex stuff. And, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but, like,
Henry,
you started it. Like, you
I'm
started
sorry,
it.
but I never brought up sex. Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, what about all the bi talk, you know?
What? Whoa.
The what?
You said you were bi. And so I was like, oh, you're telling me you're, like, opening up or something. I'm like, okay.
Oh, my gosh. No, I never said I was bi. Where did you get that from?
You said you were. You said you were bi-coastal. And so I just, you know, I mean, I started.
Oh, my gosh.
What? You said you were bi-coastal like 4 times. And
Yes, I said I was bi-coastal. Bi-coastal is not bisexual. Bi-coastal means I work on both the East and West Coast.
Oh, my gosh.
Not bisexual, meaning I have multiple partners. There's definitely a huge difference.
I mean, I thought it was like a slang term for that.
No.
I mean, who
No,
says bi-coastal? Who says bi-coastal like that?
A lot of people say bi-coastal, Henry.
Are you serious, Henry, right now?
Oh, no.
I don't know what to say. I thought that's what it was.
So you, like, launched into a line of questions about her sexuality because you thought that she was confessing to you that she was bisexual?
Yeah, I guess that's what I thought.
Oh, Henry. Yeah, bicoastal is a very popular phrase for people that work on both the East and the West Coast. And so was it after she said that you were like, ooh, I'm into that?
She just jumped into it.
She kept talking. She kept talking about it, so I thought, oh, she wants to talk about our sexualities. Okay.
Henry, you are such a dumb. I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Everything that
I really genuinely thought it was like a slang term. I'm not an idiot, and I thought you were trying to ask me if I was into it. So I was kind of encouraging. I'm not like homophobic or bisexual phobic or something.
Obviously not. You're actually very pro bisexuality, judging from your conversation.
Henry, either way, I mean, mix up or no mix up, you don't ask about sexual experiences on the first date. You
Oh,
just
come
don't.
on, Leslie. You can see that it was a mistake. It's almost endearing.
Thank you.
That's the word right there.
Hey, Leslie, would you like to go out on a second date with Henry? We will pay for it.
Yeah, come on.
On whatever coast you want to be on, you freak.
You know, Henry, I don't know that I can really look at you seriously anymore after our first date. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry too.
Sorry,
I
Henry.
wish you the best, though, and now I hope that this was an educational experience for you, and you can take this and into your next dating experience.
At least you learned a new word today, Henry. And just out of precaution, I just want a tricycle is a bike with 3 wheels, in case anybody ever brings that up, okay?
Yeah, I'll pass the vocab test now.
Hello?
Can I speak to Jesse, please?
Hi, speaking.
Hey, Jesse, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
We're a plumbing and contracting service. Just need to know if you need any work done in your neighborhood.
That'd be so amazing.
What are all those people in the background?
Hi, Jesse.
Yeah. Those are all people that work at Brooke and Jubal in the morning, plumbing and contracting.
Why are we in the morning? Do we only plumb in
We
the
only do it in the morning.
I'm sorry. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning is a radio show. And we're calling you today because we actually got an email from one of our listeners who wanted us to call you.
Okay.
His name is Vic.
Oh. All right.
That actually sounded kind of positive.
Okay, well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So Vic emailed us because he really liked you a lot and was hoping you guys would go out again. But since your date, you haven't talked to him.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think going out with him again is going to happen?
No.
That's
What is
quick.
it? So Vic says it seems like you had a horrible time the entire time on your date. Like there was just something about him that you didn't like.
You know, it was a first date. It wasn't amazing, and it's not a big deal.
But it's a big deal to him because he liked you a lot.
Okay.
So can you tell us, like, why didn't you like him?
He said like 12 minutes into the date is when you started being cold towards him.
Oh, he gave me 12 minutes? That's funny. No, it was way before that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You didn't even like him for 12 whole minutes, huh?
Okay.
No.
How could he make you upset right away?
Well, for starters, he looked different than his pictures.
Really? He said all of his pictures were taken within the last year and looked just like him.
Oh, well, sure, but in his pictures, he was clean-shaven.
Okay.
Okay, so he showed up sporting a beard or something, and you don't like facial hair.
No, I'd be fine with a beard. He didn't show up with a beard.
What did he show up with?
He had a Hitler mustache.
What?
Like a fake one that you get at a costume store?
No, like a real one growing out of his face. Like he grew it on purpose.
Was it like to try to be ironic and hipster? And...
You know, I don't care if he's trying to be ironic. No one should have that.
Yeah, I agree.
Except for Michael Jordan. For some reason, Michael Jordan can wear a Hitler stash, and it's okay. He's the only person in America that can do it. But Vic...
It helps if you're a multimillionaire basketball star, though. Like,
That's true. Vic obviously couldn't pull off the Hitler stash. He didn't tell us anything about that.
Well, maybe for him that's normal, but it just doesn't work for me.
But the thing is, okay, I can get where the mustache was a turnoff for sure, but that is something that can be easily changed.
I guess, but it just gave me this bad first impression. Like I'm climbing up this rock wall and I look next to me and there's Hitler. Like,
yeah.
No wonder you hated him.
I could see how that'd be a little disturbing.
yeah, disturbing is a good word for it.
Did you ask him about it at all? I mean, I don't know
No,
how you ask
I just,
somebody.
You know, it's a first date. I don't need to ask about it. But then it just got worse. Like,
How does it get worse than Hitler?
Yeah.
literally worse than Hitler. He kept like staring me down and being like, "Are you having a good time? Are you having fun?" And I'd be like, "Well, I'm trying to figure out how to climb this rock wall. You know, I've never done that before. And I'm trying to figure out this difficult thing." And he's like, "You're not smiling. I don't think you're having a good time." You're like, "Well, I'm trying to."
It's like you were actually on a date with Hitler. You will have fun.
Have fun. You will have more fun. You're not having enough fun. Come on, man.
So I can't believe that you left the gym and then went and got drinks with him.
I thought maybe alcohol might calm him down a little. I was wrong. I was wrong. I shouldn't have gone to the second location with Hitler. I'm not going to do that again.
What happened then?
Or just more of the same. He's staring me down. Are you having fun? You don't look like you're having fun.
Now I picture him doing it and like his bangs falling in his face and him like angrily getting out of his face like, "Oh, you're having fun," just shouting at you the whole time.
That's pretty much what it felt like. It was just so weird.
Yeah.
Not to get weirder on you, Jesse, but Vic is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
So you didn't have a presentation?
No, you know what? I didn't have a presentation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesse got out of the date by saying that she had a work presentation, and that's what you're focusing on, Vic?
Well, that was a little rude to lie to somebody. I mean, you can just tell them the truth.
No, Vic, why do you have a Hitler stash, man?
Yeah. That's how my mustache grows. I don't have like a full mustache, so it's kind of like a more abridged
You're trying to get sympathy because your mustache doesn't grow full? Then don't have a mustache.
I do not think it looks like a Hitler statue. I've watched hours and hours of Hitler's speeches, and I do not.
Whoa.
I hope you mean like in documentaries and not just for your own research.
Yeah, no, I was a history major in college.
Okay,
it's getting way worse.
Start with that next time.
No, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of Hitler, about Hitler, and I don't.
Whoa! Why have you seen a lot of videos about Hitler? Like,
Jesse, didn't you hear me? I mean, I was a history major. I didn't go out of my way to watch Hitler videos, but I don't look like
okay.
that. Look, I think it looks good. I get that you don't think it looks good. I guess I have to ask some people that I'm close to and get a consensus.
Look, even if you don't look like Hitler, which is fine, that's what you think, it's still really rude and strange to spend the entire date asking me if I'm having fun yet and being mad at me for not having enough fun. You know, maybe if I did like you, I would have been having fun.
I just don't understand. How is it rude to ask someone if they're having fun? I just thought that's what people do. Are you having fun? I'm having fun.
No, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun now, and I wasn't having fun then.
Why aren't you smiling? Are you having fun? Why do you look like
I'm not smiling? Because I'm not having fun. Because you keep asking me if I'm having fun. That's why.
So what can we do to make sure that you're having fun? That's why I'm asking you.
I could go do something else.
Problem solver, Vic. Hey, Jesse, would you like to see if you could have fun with Vic and go on a second date with him? We will pay for it.
You know what, Jubal? No. Please. What? I have heard enough. I do not want to go on another date with the Ice Queen.
Whoa! Ice Queen!
Oh, well, I guess I won't be having any fun at all, will I?
I've yet to see you have any fun, so...
Am I done now? Do I have to keep talking to you guys? Can I hang up?
Yeah, Jesse, that's fine. You can go. Thank you for your time.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. Vic?
That was intense.
That was a little rough.
Sorry you didn't get a second date, man.
No, I'm even happier that I called now.
Really? You know now.
No, you need to shave that mustache off is what you need to do, Vic.
I think you really have the wrong idea of what this mustache looks like.
No.
It's very professional. I can go out into the world. Like, I think that if I was walking around with a mustache that looked like Hitler, one person other than the crabbiest person I've ever met.
Well, and you think that she probably would have liked it. Like, with her attitude, she would have been like, sweet.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Paul.
This is he.
Hey, Paul, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show? What do you mean?
I mean, like a lot of cars have them, and you can hear them in restaurants and stuff, and then we do a show that comes out of the radio, and you can hear it.
Okay.
It's on the FM dial.
Sorry.
What does this concern?
This concerns an email that we got about you.
You got an email about me. What was the email about?
Well, it was from a girl named Jackie that you recently went out with on a date.
Jackie sent you an email?
Mm-hmm.
Why would Jackie send you an email?
Because you're not calling her back after your date.
Duh.
This concerns our one date. We had one date, and now she sends an email to you guys.
Yes. You guys had one date, and you haven't called her since, so she emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if there's a reason you don't want to go out with her again.
In the email that she sent you, did she by any chance tell you what happened on that first date?
Did she?
She told us a little bit about it, yeah. She said that you showed up to her house, and she surprised you with her twin sister, and then you and your buddy went out on like a double date.
That's the vanilla version of it, yeah.
Did she?
And the vanilla version. What would be the chocolate version or the...
That's not the expression.
I don't know.
Neapolitan version?
Yeah, what's the more colorful version of it then?
The Rocky Road version.
I just got a really creepy vibe.
Creepy?
Why?
It just gave off a creepy vibe. I show up with my buddy for a double date, and it's with her and her twin sister.
So, wait.
Creepy?
What's creepy about that?
That's awesome.
Because they were doing the thing where they dress alike and they finish each other's sentences and they're speaking in twinsy or whatever.
I'm kind of with you on that one. That does come off a little weird.
What, like a secret language?
At first, I thought it was kind of cute, kind of funny, and I'm like, all right, I'm in on the joke. My buddy Nick, he's in on the joke. We both think it's kind of cool. And then it just kept going.
So was it just annoying then?
Yeah, there is a certain point where you're like, okay, let's drop it and let's get to know you individually. Because it was I met a girl named Jackie, and I was like, well, what's the other girl's name? Well, it eventually comes out her sister's name is Jill. But which one's Jackie? Which one's Jill? Jack and Jill. Get it? Isn't that funny? They thought that was hilarious, too.
But you can't be mad at them. That is their parents' fault. That is not their fault.
I can be mad at them for being so amused at it. So, 2 decades later.
Yeah, if they love it, it's one thing.
So did it feel like, if you're going to date me, you got to date my sister? We come as a package.
Oh.
Well, they were in love with the fact that they're both twins so much they didn't even seem to care that they were on a date.
Oh, no, they're showing
What do you
off.
mean? Like they were putting on a twins show for you?
A little bit, like an exhibition. Like, isn't this so amusing that we're twins and that we look alike? And so they started doing weird twinsy stuff. Like, one of them would be like, I'm the evil twin. And the other one would go, no, I'm the evil twin.
Oh, man.
You think that after your whole life living as a twin, the novelty would wear off?
The joke would
Exactly.
get old
Yeah.
eventually.
It was very obvious very quickly that they weren't there for a date. I was there to meet a woman, and they were there to play their twin game. I wasn't having any of it. I just wasn't cool. And I look over at my buddy Nick, who's my wingman. I'm like trying to give him the signal of like, let's pull the cord.
Yeah.
And he was like, he gave me the reverse signal of let's stay and let's see this out.
He loved it.
Yeah.
You were like, all right, I've seen twins before I get it. And he was like, ooh, twins. What are they going to do next?
Exactly. So at that point, I was like, all right, I'll be your wingman. But I wasn't invested at that point.
Yeah.
Which one's the evil one?
Well,
Yeah, look at
Paul.
they look the same.
I do have to tell you something. Jackie is on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
Or is it Jill?
Nah, the evil one.
Jackie, are you still on the phone?
Yeah. Hi, Paul. I thought we really got along, so I don't know, I was kind of excited about you, and you just totally ghosted. So, I don't know.
It seemed pretty
I just
obvious
wanted
to me that
figure out what
you weren't into the date. It seemed like you were into some sort of weird performance piece.
I mean, it wasn't a performance piece. Like, we were just having fun. You can't take a joke.
I can take a joke. I love jokes. But your joke went on for like an hour and a half, and it was a version of Who's Who.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not Saturday Night Live for you. I mean, we were just having fun.
But it just seemed like I wanted to get to know you. That's why I asked you on a date, and all I got to know about you is that you have a twin. That's it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm really close with my sister, and, like, she's a big part of my life, and we're twins, and it's kind of really cool. We actually like each other. And I thought you got it, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No, I really didn't. I mean, I have siblings, and I don't think I would ever bring them along on a date. Maybe next time just bring it up on a date, like, oh, I have a twin sister, and then it's like an interesting point of conversation, but don't actually bring her on the first date. If that would be my suggestion.
Jackie, I don't think that he's saying anything mean. I think he's just saying that he didn't get a chance to know you at all, and it felt like you were like hiding behind this twindom thing or playing into some sort of twin fantasy that he obviously doesn't have.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't really see what the problem is. Everyone else thinks it's really cool. Like, people love that we're twins. And, I mean, your friend Nick didn't seem to have a problem with it. I mean, he's going out with my sister now. So I don't understand what's up your butt about this. It was a fun
Well, I
night.
think you hit the nail on the head. Nick is going out with your sister. He's not going out with the two of you.
He brings up a very valid point right there.
Well, Paul, why don't you try going out with Jackie?
Yeah.
Would you like to go on a second date with Jackie? We will pay for it.
I appreciate the offer, and I think you're a very cute girl. I think you just need to learn to be on your own and not have your sister as a security blanket.
Dude.
So you're not going to give me that chance to learn how to be on my own, so to speak?
I really don't think that we should go on another day. I think we gave it a shot, and it didn't work out.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I think there are a million guys out there who would love to go out with a twin, a hot twin. So I think that's just your problem.
Okay.
That he doesn't share the twin fantasy.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry you didn't get a second date, Jackie.
whatever. I mean, obviously he's really weird and doesn't even know what's good. So
Well, the good news, Jackie, is there are a ton of people who do know what's good. We're getting a lot of texts in right now at 78592 of people who would love to take you out, your sister out. One guy named Rodney says he wants to bring his wife along so all three of you can go out. That'd be a lot of fun.
hello.
Hi, is Julia there?
Hi, this is she.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Nothing? Okay. Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
I would love to know.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a guy, and he emailed us seeing if we could get you on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Have you been on a lot of dates recently?
No, not too many. I mean, I feel like I do maybe 2 per week. I try not to overwhelm myself.
Okay. Well, this one was with a guy named Ronald, and you went to an arcade.
Yes.
All right.
I
So,
definitely remember that one.
you remember your date with Ronald?
Oh, I do.
All right. Well, Ronald emailed us because he thought you guys had a great time, but he says that you're not getting back to him, and he'd like to go out with you again. So he asked if we could maybe get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. He told us that the date went awesome. He even told us that you guys were making out and stuff, so it's kind of confusing.
Wow, that's private.
Yeah, but you know how Ronald is. Not a whole lot's private with Ronald, I feel like.
Oh, my gosh.
But you liked him, right? Like you were into the date, obviously.
I mean, he had this whole, like, tough guy facade going, and in a way I appreciated it because I thought, oh, like, he's trying to impress me, you know? I thought that was kind of cool.
Do you mean him getting kicked out of an arcade for kicking a machine and then making out with you?
Whoa, he told you guys everything.
Yeah, he did. You liked that, though.
That part, yes.
Really? It didn't make you feel like you were in junior high all over again and dating some teenager?
No, it felt, I don't know, it felt really risky and, like, fun and thrilling. So I thought, yeah, I'll go with it. It was fun.
Okay, so you enjoyed making out with him there, and did you enjoy the makeout session when you went back to his place?
Wait, why are you asking me? It sounds like he told you everything already.
He pretty much did. But the reason that we're confused is you were making out with him, and then you stopped and left.
Yeah, he had no idea. Like it was out of the blue.
So we're wondering why you don't want to go out with him again if you were, like, all into it.
Well, what he did was out of the blue.
What did he do?
It's really embarrassing for him, not me.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on the radio.
No, I definitely think you should.
If it's embarrassing for him, he's the one that set up this whole phone call. Like, he's the one that's putting your business out on the radio. So we've already talked to him, and he says he doesn't care. He just wants to know why you won't call him back.
Well, if you must know,
yes.
we were, we were really into it. Like, we were making out. It was good. It was fine. And then all of a sudden, he was touching my boobs, and he honked it and said, "Woohoo!"
Wait, what? Did you just say he honked your boob?
Yeah, only one of them. He honked my left boob and said, "Woohoo!"
Did he? Wait.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't even know he did it. He didn't acknowledge it.
He didn't call attention to the fact that he said woohoo.
No, and I mean so I stopped because I thought, okay, he's throwing in a joke while we're getting hot and heavy, which I think is lame. But I was like, whatever. He's just trying to be funny. It's okay. But he definitely was not joking, and just continued. Like, he didn't miss a beat. Like, I don't know if he knew he did it.
But it's like, I mean, to be kind of on his side, he has one bad moment in a long, sounds like makeout session. You couldn't get past a little boob honk?
I mean, a honk is one thing, but going woohoo along with it, that just kind of put me over.
I could see how that would kill the mood. That would have been followed up by a yippee if you'd have let him do other things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, he's got like a list of these little celebratory chants that he does. I don't want to stick around for the night.
Okay, so that's when you stopped and took off?
Right.
Oh, the bad boy wasn't so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell him that was a turnoff to you?
because he seemed so oblivious to it, but I thought, let me just run now.
Yeah, why waste the time and have a conversation?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, this is the first date. I'm just going to stop now and then never talk to him again.
Okay, well, I do have bad news for you then, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to have at least one more conversation with you.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Ronald, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't say woo-hoo. The most I said was woo.
It doesn't matter if you said woo or woo-hoo. It's just strange to hear those noises while we're in the middle of something like that. This isn't a sport where you're going to win something.
So what? I like to spice things up. It was my natural reaction, I was going for it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of agree with Ronald.
Really?
Julie, yeah, I don't know. It takes a while for two people to learn their likes and dislikes in the romantic sense, and I don't think you gave them a shot. You don't like one thing and you turn him down?
I mean, maybe we're just different. If you would have had Ronald making out with you, honk your boob, yell woohoo, would you have gone on a second date with him?
There's a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have gone out with Ronald to begin with. But if I got to a point where he's honking my boob and I didn't like it, I mean, I would have told him and we probably would have continued making out. I don't know.
If he said woo-hoo in the middle of, yeah, right.
That's an excited thing. It's not like he was disappointed.
Yeah, but he sounds like a Simpsons character.
Like you guys are making fun of it, but she was into it at the time, She was moaning, like, So, yeah, I went for it.
Wow. That wasn't moaning. That was me trying to hold back my vomit.
Whatever. You liked it.
Chemistry is
All
good
right.
here.
Well, Julia, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Ronald? We will pay for it.
I'm going to go with no.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird.
Really? Maybe you grab your butt and get a Zoiks out of the whole deal.
Oh, gosh. Definitely not. I really don't want to feel like I'm on an episode of Mickey Mouse.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us and being honest with us about your date. I appreciate that, Julia.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Ronald, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's all right. I can honk on somebody else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Honk
Get
away,
after
sir.
it then, Ronnie.
Hello.
Hi, is this Kelly?
Yes, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's
Jubal
okay.
from Brooke and Jubal. It's a radio show?
No, not really.
Not really?
It is
No,
a radio show. I promise you, Kelly.
That part you don't have to disagree with.
Sorry, guys. I really don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, I'll explain it to you. A guy that you went out on a date with emailed us and asked if we could call you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
His name is Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
Really? British Brian?
Yeah.
You can't forget British Brian.
Why is he emailing you guys?
Because he told us that you guys went out on a date and he really liked you. And he's only in town a little while longer and he wanted to see you again, but you're not responding to any of his phone calls or text messages.
And he had to call the radio station?
Apparently his friends thought it would be a good idea to get a hold of us to see if we could find out why you won't call him back.
That's really weird. Why would anybody do that?
Well, actually, a lot of people do it. We have a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's exactly what it is. Brian's friends told him that it might be a good idea to have us call you and find out what went wrong.
That's not weird at all.
You mind telling us what it is then?
I mean, he was nice. We had a really good date. I just decided I just don't really want to see him again.
Is it because he lives in England?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
I can
what's-
understand that. I mean, he said he comes to America a lot, but a long-distance relationship would be tough.
I mean, it's not so much the distance, but it's the other part about being from England.
What's the other
what
part?
other? Yeah, what other part?
The drinking.
What do you mean the drinking?
Like all the movies I've seen, all the English guys go to the pub after work and just slam beer after beer and get crazy drunk. And that's not for me.
Wait. You're basing your opinion on someone based on movies you've seen?
It's not just movies. It's the TV shows. It's the news reports. It's like the whole English culture is pretty much how they do things.
Did he get drunk on your date?
No, he didn't get drunk on our date. He was probably just trying to be on his best behavior.
So you're telling me that you think that he gets hammered all the time, and that's why you don't want to call him back?
Absolutely. I know English guys. Like, I've seen everything. They go out to the bars after the pubs, and they get drunk with their guys, and they sing all the British songs, and they make up stuff, and I've seen it all.
You think that's kind of generalizing him being British a little bit?
No.
What are you saying? No, that's such a stereotype. That's like saying he should have bad teeth. Does he have bad teeth?
No, he doesn't have bad teeth, but I've seen English culture. I know.
Have you been to England? Have you ever visited England?
No, but I've seen plenty of TV shows.
All right, so you're convinced that if you were to date this dude, he would just be getting drunk all the time.
Okay, you guys keep asking me the same question. I'm telling you, for me, that's not going to work for me. That's not my lifestyle. I don't want a guy that's going out to the pub every single day with his guys, getting drunk, arrested, phone calls from the police. That's not me. I'm not doing it.
He jumped. Well, phone calls from the police. He's getting arrested and getting drunk. Like, did he seem like he was that type of dude on your date?
He didn't seem that way, but I mean, he is English.
Did you ever, like, I don't know, ask him if that's what he does every night?
I didn't ask. I don't have to ask. I already know. I don't have to ask.
All right. Well, I'd like to ask him.
Well, go ahead. I don't care. Ask him.
Okay. Well, I'll ask him right now because, Kelly, he's actually on the other line listening to this phone call and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean he's on the phone?
I mean, he's listening in and wants to talk to you. Brian, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, good. You haven't gone to the pub yet. Nice.
No, not yet.
Oh, my gosh.
Hello, Kelly.
That was the best hello we've ever had.
What is this? Where have you learned these mythical things about English boys? What is going through that head of yours?
I know English culture, Brian. I've seen all the movies. I've seen everything. You guys like soccer. After every soccer game, it's a brawl. It's always fighting. Like, I don't want that kind of lifestyle. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't want to.
Have you ever been to a football match?
I've been to American football games. I know there's not like a ton and gang of people fighting after the game.
We don't have fights after the games. There's only the louts and the hooligans and stuff, and it's only like every so often. It's not like every game, is it? I don't even drink. I have a beer like once in a while. I don't even drink that much.
Whoa! Oh, so just one beer. So one beer for breakfast, one beer for lunch, one beer in the evening, one beer for a nightcap.
I don't know. I don't know who you've been, what movies you've been watching, and what English blokes have been portrayed like this. But it's not me. It's not me, love.
Brian, you were really a good guy. I appreciate you staying sober on a date for me. It was really nice, but I don't want you to change who you are for me at all.
You don't know who I am.
Just be who you are.
Listen, I don't. Where are you getting all of this from? This is infuriating. I mean, that's like me saying that that all Americans like to get out there on their horses and hunt them some pigs and eat them some cheeseburgers. No, it's not. It's not all the same, is it? I mean,
well, I do have to say, a lot of us Americans like getting on our horses and hunting pigs and eating burgers. So you might have got it right there, Brian.
Well, howdy.
This is getting really ridiculous. Are we done here?
No, Kelly, we're not done yet. I do have a question for you. Would you like to go on a second date with Brian? We will pay for it. One more date before he leaves to go back to London.
It's just a culture of thinking. I don't really think I fit in with his ways.
Oh my God, Kelly, you are missing out on a good guy because of your ignorant stereotype that you have. You have to drop it.
I don't think my stereotypes are ignorant or stupid at all. Like, what do you know about my stereotypes? That's why they're my stereotypes. That's how I feel. I don't want to go out with him.
All right.
So that's my prerogative.
Whoa. I'm not that guy, Kelly. Give me a chance at least to prove to you that I'm not the, football shorts hooligan that goes out and sings all the loud songs and smashes windows and cuts people from cheek to cheek. Like, I'm not one of those, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even know you did all that. So that right there scares me.
Oh my God.
He wasn't admitting to doing it. He was saying he doesn't do those things.
You're killing me.
Kelly,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to, just pop this phone call on you, and thank you for being honest with us at least.
I appreciate it, guys, but I really don't want to talk to him anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
Have a good one, Kelly.
Goodbye.
All right, see ya.
Oh, man.
Hey, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to America, buddy.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Marissa?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Marissa. My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Seriously?
Yes. How are you?
Yeah, I know you guys.
You do? Oh, awesome. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
How about
Good. Nice to meet you.
you? You as well.
Have any idea why I might be calling you today?
Well, I guess there's probably a lot of reasons you could be calling.
Well, I'm calling you today because somebody emailed us for a second date update.
Oh my God.
Have you heard second date updates before?
Oh yeah, totally. I listen to them all the time. Never thought that I would be on it though.
Congratulations.
How many dates have you been on in the last 2 weeks?
2.
2, okay. And of those 2, was one of them named Roger?
Yes.
All right. Well, Roger would be the one that emailed us for a second date update.
Yep, I bet he did.
Oh, really?
He told us that you ditched him, and well, he said that you said you got sick, but we're all assuming that you ditched him in the middle of a concert.
Yeah, was it that subtle?
Dude, that's not cool. You were his ride, man. You can't just leave somebody stranded.
Yeah.
I know, I'm usually a good person, but, this is bad, you guys. I don't know what he told you, but I would love to tell you the true story.
Really?
Okay, so tell us what happened.
So, I don't know if he told you this, but we met at a car show. So, I'm pretty surprised when he shows up to my door on a bicycle.
He actually told us that.
Yeah.
He said that he showed up on a bike and asked you to drive to the concert.
Oh, okay, he told you that. What else did he tell you?
He told us that, and he told us that you guys went to a concert, and then that you ditched him, pretty soon after you got there.
Mm-hmm.
So, he didn't tell you anything about the car ride to the concert?
No, nothing.
Are you serious? He didn't say anything about the car ride and what he told me?
No, he didn't. He actually said that you guys had a nice conversation on the way there.
Well, we have very different definitions of a nice conversation.
So what happened in the car then?
So we're in the car and we're driving, and he was talking about how expensive drinks at the concert were. So he wanted to stop at a liquor store on the way and pick up a 6-pack and have me smuggle it in my purse into the concert.
And you weren't down with that?
No, I said no. I didn't want to get caught and kicked out of the concert.
Yeah.
And beyond that, when I told him no, he called me a wet blanket.
You do sound a little straight-laced when you're so adamant against smuggling beer in.
Well, you just meet someone, and let's be honest, it was not a small venue. I've been there before. They check purses. I knew it wasn't going to work. What's the point?
So he insulted you after geez, just trying to save some money on beer, you wet blanket.
Yeah, totally. But it's almost I'm driving. I'm trying to go with the flow of the night. We're going to go to a concert, and it's cool. So I'm trying to, be open and brush it off a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we get into the concert, and, it's about 15 minutes into the show. Things haven't really built up yet. And he tries to pick me up and crowd surf me, hand me off to another person.
What?
Yeah, no one else is doing this yet. I just met this guy. He doesn't know me. It's not like I was do it,
Help me. I'm trying to picture this. So he just got behind you and tried to lift you up?
And then hand you off?
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? I freaked out.
Who crowd surfs anymore anyway?
I don't know.
Is crowd surfing still a thing?
I think so.
So at that point, I was a little annoyed, but I was, trying to let it go. And then the final straw comes, right?
Uh-oh.
So he tries to get me to flash the band.
No!
What? Yeah.
No way!
Did you say to flash them?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
He was like, hey, show the band your
Are you serious?
Why?
He kept telling me it would be hilarious if I showed the band my boobs. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna fall for that one. Thanks, buddy.
Is that when you left?
Yes, I said I had to go to the bathroom, and I just went straight for the exit. I thought about calling a friend and getting a second opinion, but no, I was just out of there.
Oh my gosh, he sounded so charming and lovable when we talked to him. Yeah. I'm shocked by this information.
Yeah, he sounded that way at the car show to me too, but Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, man.
Show me your boobs. You know that he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, you do know the second date updates. Roger?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, man.
Marissa, really? Did it take this to discuss it with you? Let's go over this. So what was the first turn off for you? I mean,
icicle and me driving.
Oh my gosh.
okay, all right. So I have a troubled past. Like I feel like you were a grown up, you were an adult. Maybe you understand. You know, hey, I'm moving on.
Wait, you're
I don't want to talk about it.
You're talking about adulthood when you're the one that's telling her to show the band her boobs?
Okay,
Good
well,
point.
on that particular note, I thought it would be cool that if she showed the band her boobs, then we could maybe get like a backstage pass. I would really impress Marissa. It would bring us.
Okay, but that's not impressing me if I'm the one doing the work. It's the same thing as like smuggling the
It's
six
a collective.
pack in.
It's
Okay,
a
you
date,
paid
Marissa. It's a
$8
collective
for
effort.
beer, but I have to put my life on the line for going into the show or not.
It's not putting your life on the line. It's having a little fun, Marissa. You need to lighten up a little bit, live a little bit. I mean, you smuggling beer. Everybody smuggles beer. Put it in your purse, your socks. I don't care. Your hoodie.
Okay, maybe that was an overstatement, but come on, man. You've never been to that venue before? They were checking everything. It was just a stupid idea.
Marissa, do you even hear what you're saying? You're talking like somebody who doesn't know how to experience life to the fullest. I mean, you're going to stay there
Okay,
if you don't lighten up.
Maybe your definition of living life to the fullest and mine are a little bit different.
And why wouldn't you be? You have socks. You could smuggle beer yourself. Why does she have to do it?
She's a gorgeous female. She can get away with a lot more than I can.
Oh, my God. Okay, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. But, like, beer aside, there were so many other things wrong with the date.
Marissa, I just feel like if you loosen up, live a little bit, have a little fun, we could have another date and we could have a good time. I just feel like you were too tight-laced.
It's her
Now
fault.
it's her fault, yeah.
It's her fault. God, show him some nipple, Marissa. What's your problem? Objectify
Exactly.
yourself a little
Thank
bit for some backstage passes.
Amen.
I was being sarcastic.
Listen, if I'm really that boring, why do you want to go out on a date with me again?
Because you're at a car show. Most girls don't go to car shows. So, boom, right there, you're my material.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I thought you were my material, too, but you don't even own a car.
But he's got car
ouch.
jokes for days.
I have a car, Marissa. It's a nice car. I just can't drive it, okay?
Well, Marissa, would you like to go out with Roger again? Who will pay for a second date?
No, I'm not up to being told how boring I am for another date.
It's probably a good call.
Marissa, if you had done the things I told you to, you would have had the time of your life. It wouldn't have been boring at all.
Sorry, my definition of fun just isn't crowd surfing and showing my boobs to strangers.
Yeah, you know what? You do sound a little boring, Marissa, I gotta say. Yeah. Sorry, Roger. No second date, man.
Come on.
Marissa, thank you for listening and thank you for telling us what happened on your date. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
It sounds like it.
Roger, good luck in the future. I'm sure you'll be able to find a nice lady who will let you show her boobs to strangers.
Exactly. That's what we need more of in this country.
Oh, my God. Yeah, what else is
Support
boobs
you
good for?
100%.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak with Kevin, please?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Kevin, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Like the radio show?
Yeah, exactly like it. It is it, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Well, thank you for listening.
I mean, I don't listen. I'm sort of just aware that you're there.
That's what I prefer.
Okay, so
I prefer people who just kind of know we exist, but don't actually know the show.
I take back my compliment.
So, Kevin, seeing as you don't listen a lot, or maybe have never listened before in your life, do you know what a second date update is?
No, not really.
Okay, well, it's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back afterwards, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. So somebody emailed us about you.
Oh, who?
Her name is Lindsay. You served her some coconut shrimp and then just sort of disappeared on her.
I don't know if I'd characterize it that way, but yeah, I kind of know her.
Kind of know her, okay.
That was kind of a happy laugh.
What's that?
I mean, you sound positive about Lindsay.
Oh, no, I didn't think that she was that into me, given how we last interacted.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we met at this party that I was working, right? And we were friendly and chatty, and I thought, there's the possibility that something will happen. And then, she invited me to this party at her house, which I thought was a good sign.
Uh-huh.
And she said it was not like a full dinner party, but there's going to be some food and friends, but it didn't really turn out that way.
Really? She told us the opposite. She said that she thought you had a good time and was concerned that maybe one of her friends scared you off.
Oh, no, I had no problem with her friends. It was the way she ran the thing that sort of
tick me off.
What'd she do?
Yeah, she actually made you mad?
For a little bit. She asked if I would go by the grocery store and pick up a couple of things on my way over, which, is fine, I suppose, if it's a potluck kind of thing. So I go to the grocery store, I get to her house, and she and a friend are still decorating and putting the place together. And she shows me to the kitchen and says, all right, sort of get started. I'll,
What?
be in and, check on you.
What? Wait a minute. She made it sound like she invited you over early so that you guys could have some one-on-one time before the party. Yeah. Not so that you could do her work.
Yeah, there was not a whole lot of one-on-one time aside from her coming in and tasting the things that I was trying and making suggestions on how to fix it, a little more red pepper, a little less salt, things like that.
So it was one-on-one time with you and a stove, making food for her friends.
For the most part, yeah.
And then she criticized what you were making?
A little bit.
So did you ask her about that? Did you go, hey, maybe you want to join me in here and help me cook?
I didn't get that far because then people, the rest of the guests started showing up and they all brought pre-made stuff. So, I'm the only one in the kitchen making the hot stuff. And, as soon as it's ready, I finish a plate of tomato capreses or whatever. They come in and hustle the plate out of the room to the party, and I'm left there with empty counters and more things on the stove. So I felt I was working the party. I wasn't participating in it.
I mean, at any point did you just think, I must have misunderstood what she wanted from me, and she actually is going to pay me for this?
I mean, that's the only thing that I could think of, given that we met at a catering event. She must have thought that, that's what I do,
Did she pay you for your services?
No, that's
exactly.
the thing.
Yeah.
She didn't even reimburse me or anything for the groceries she asked me to pick up on the way over.
Really? She didn't even reimburse you? All right, well.
Yeah, I went to a party and worked it
and
ended up losing money on it.
All right. Well, I think we need to be bill collectors here and try to get your money at least, Kevin, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean, Lindsay's listening. Lindsay, you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm here.
Oh, Lindsay, you dog.
Okay, well, what's happening right now?
I'm really sorry, Kevin. I did not mean to give you the impression that I hired you to cook for my party.
It's kind of hard for me to draw another conclusion, given that what I did that night was cook for your party.
Well, I think the key there is hired, because that means she would have paid you for it.
Right?
So,
okay, here's the thing. I think I bit off more than I could chew, and I didn't realize how long the decorations were going to take me, and so I thought that we were going to have one-on-one time more so, and I didn't mean to criticize your cooking. It was partially joking. I kind of have a sarcastic, mean sense of humor sometimes.
So sometimes you're mean to the help? That's not a very good quality, Lindsay.
That's not nice. Guys, okay, I'm really trying to... I feel really bad about this, Kevin, because that's not what I intended at all. I really wanted to spend time with you, and I thought that at a certain point that you were staying in the kitchen because you were uncomfortable socializing with my friends.
What?
That's why I kept coming back in to just run things by you because I was trying to connect with you, but I thought that you wanted to be in there.
What?
Okay, is that why that one time you came in and tossed me an apron and said, here, don't get anything on yourself? Is that what that was for? That's a bit of connection?
I just figured, you're a caterer. You love cooking. I didn't want to take you away from something that you love doing.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's what I do for work. When you invited me to a party, I was hoping that I would be at a party and not another job on my off day.
Okay, well, Kevin, it's not completely my fault because I didn't think that it would take you as long as it did to make all those dishes. If I had known that, then I probably would have only had you make one or two.
Oh, come on.
Lindsay, do you hear what you're saying right now?
I do. I don't think I'm in the wrong.
Okay, so first off, you plan a dinner party poorly. You don't have all the ingredients for all the dishes you want, so you have me pick them up. Then I cook them too slowly for your plans, and somehow this is my fault?
Yeah, Kevin, you're a jerk.
That's the same recap that I'm hearing, Kevin.
Okay, no matter what happens, Kevin, I'm sorry, and I really do like you, and if you will have me, I would really love if we just did a regular one-on-one date and just forget the whole party.
Okay. Kevin, would you like to go out with Lindsay again on a second date? We will pay for it. We'll buy the ingredients. You can make the food. One more time. Would you go out with her again?
I'm not really feeling it. It was just a little too weird. I don't think we know enough about what's going on.
Okay, Kevin, I totally understand, but if I did have a party again, would you be able to come work and I would actually hire you?
What do you think about that, Kevin?
If you're willing to pay in advance, well, I'm game.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd name a high price, Kevin, if I were you.
not a successful date that you guys got out of it, but Kevin, at least you got a job opportunity, and Lindsay, your next dinner party is going to be delicious.
Kevin, I'm really happy that that's behind us, and I'm looking forward to paying you a solid wage.
You know what? That's better than a date, I think. I've always wanted a woman to say to me that they'd pay me a solid wage.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rebecca?
Yes.
Hello, Rebecca. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What are you doing?
That's how people talk on the phone.
Who is this?
Hey, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What? Who is this, really?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. I talk like people do. Understand it.
You're calling me from the radio right now.
Yes. Yes. How are you?
I'm
You sound confused is what you sound.
Yeah, could it be the accent or could it be the radio part? Who knows?
What is this about?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update, and you went out with a dude named Robert a little while ago.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And Robert emailed us because he told us all about your date, and he also told us that you aren't calling him back or returning any of his text messages, and he was wondering why.
This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. What? This is for real?
It is, unless you haven't gone out with a guy named Robert.
No, I did. I did.
So, yeah, is there a particular reason you don't want to see Robert again?
You know, I just don't think that Robert and I will work out in the end. That's all.
He doesn't see that at all.
Okay.
Can you give us any information to give to him? I mean, that's why we do these, is so people can figure out what they're doing wrong in dating. And Robert really wants to know, especially when he said that you kissed him in the middle of the date.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow. So he.
Yeah, he told us. Yeah, he did tell us that.
Whoa.
Either you liked him or you really liked the popcorn that you traded the kiss for.
Oh my! Are you kidding me? Right?
No.
This is. Oh boy.
Yeah, if somebody kisses me in the middle of a date, I usually think the date is going well. Yeah. But it sounds like, you know.
Well, it was going well then.
Okay.
So when did it change?
Well, okay, so I don't know if he told you, but we went out to dinner afterwards, after this game. And this thing happened at dinner, and it was just weird and awkward, and it was kind of a big deal. And I honestly, I can't get it out of my head. And it's that big, and
It's that big. It's that big.
It's so big. It's
you guys, she's not
And you
talking
found that
about
out at dinner?
The 6-year-old was at dinner with them. What are you talking about?
Well, I hope that didn't happen then.
Oh my God, Rebecca.
Am I right?
I'm
Am I
sorry.
reading into what you're saying, right, Rebecca?
She means the situation.
It was the situation.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us what happened? He's really curious.
Okay. We finished eating dinner, and his son asked for some ice cream, and his kid is 6. And so Robert tells him, no, he can't have ice cream.
Yeah.
Then he literally said, well, your team lost, and ice cream is for winners.
Ice cream is for winners.
Wow. What was the kid's response?
He just he looked so sad and defeated. Like he had already lost his game. Like it was they're 6. They couldn't reach the basket. Like nobody scored. It was the worst. Right? It was one basket was the winning. And then he just looked so sad and just heartbroken. Like it was just this simple little request after dinner, and it was just so harsh, and it was heartbreaking. Like I have my own kid, and I would never. It broke my heart. I just thought, what a jerk.
Well, think about that the next time they lose a game.
Yeah.
Then.
I know you guys are joking, but growing up, my dad was my softball coach forever, and when we were in elementary school, we only got ice cream when we won.
Not my parents. You always got ice cream.
But that was understood going into it. If we win, we get ice cream. If we don't, we go home.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's harsh for a kid, I think. I just think it's ice cream. It's not what are we teaching? I want to teach my kids that there's more than just what the final score is in a basketball game. That's
well, did you ask him what his philosophy was with the no ice cream thing?
No, I didn't. But I mean, his son was right there, and he just looked so sad. And I mean, I didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his kid.
Right, because that's
get into a whole big conversation.
Yeah. She's like, I'll buy him some ice cream.
Yeah.
And we were done then. I mean, dinner was over. I just wanted to leave then.
Okay.
But it seems like you could at least have told him, hey, our parenting theories don't match up.
They don't. Our parenting skills are very different, but I just didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his son.
Well, he is on the phone listening right now and wants to talk to you.
He's where?
I don't know. I'm somewhere, but he's on the phone. Like, I don't know where he's physically sitting, if that was your question, but he is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
I hope you're joking.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nope, not joking. That's Robert.
Oh.
I mean, if you had a problem, like, this is the problem, you should have told me about it. You should have brought it up to me. I mean, my son knows the rules at home. You know, when you win, you get ice cream. You don't win, nothing.
Well, I think it was pretty clear if you were listening to my whole call that I feel differently about winning versus losing and rewards and something as simple as ice cream. You did see your son's face, right? You broke his heart. It was the saddest thing to see his face like that. He's 6 years old.
He wasn't running hard enough. He could have run faster. They lost. I mean, you know, I have to be tough on my son. You know, I'm trying to prepare my son for adulthood. You know, you have to work hard. You have to win.
Yeah, when he's the next CEO of some major company and writes a book called Ice Cream is for Winners, you'll see.
Robert, I mean, what is the purpose of doing the ice cream only for winning?
Give him motivation so he can work harder. You know, I teach him to play hard, to be a winner, to give it his all, not to have it on the basketball court.
Whoa.
I mean, if you have a different parenting style, I mean, that's probably quite obvious in the way that you were brought up, in the way you're raising your kid, maybe. I don't know.
So you're judging me right now? That's what's happening. You're judging me because I would give my kid ice cream in this situation.
Absolutely. Whoa. I believe that ice cream is for winners. I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay. And if you don't agree with that, then maybe you're the one that's not being a good parent.
Whoa! Dude, shots fired.
I mean, all I can say is that this basketball was more than half the size of your child. You think he needs to run faster? He's 6 years old. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand this like food for winning thing. I mean, you brought me some plain dry popcorn. You didn't put butter or salt on this popcorn, and I still gave you a kiss. So how about that, Robert?
I'll tell you why you gave me a kiss. It's because I'm a winner, Rebecca.
Oh my God. Rebecca, I am so sorry for defending this guy for moments before we actually talk to him.
Yeah, if you have to identify yourself as a winner, that is the most loser thing you could possibly say.
Yeah, that is truth.
Well, in that case, would you like to go on a second date with Robert, Rebecca? We will pay for it.
Oh my God.
No.
No. You sure you don't want to think about it some more?
Definitely still no. Even more no than it was that first night.
Dude, and Robert, lighten up on your 6-year-old, man. That's intense.
My son is going to thank me in about 20 years from now when he's making 7-figure salary, thanking that his dear old dad pushed him harder on the basketball court to run that little bit more than the other kids. You know, you have to be tough in this world. And if you guys there in the recording studio don't agree with that, then I sincerely suggest you look at your own lives and how you were brought up and how you're raising your own children.
Oh my God. Whoa. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to be thanking you, or his therapist is, for all the money he's going to have to pay.
And Rebecca, I see the future, and it will be your child washing my son's car.
Dude, rude.
You're crazy. You're like a crazy human. Like, of course you are. You called the radio to try to deal with this. You couldn't even read my social signs on the ride home that you were treating your kid like he is a CEO. He's 6. It was a big deal. He got his shorts to stay up for the whole thing. Come on.
Good point.
I don't really have anything else to say. I think I said it all.
Yeah, I think we are. Rebecca said she doesn't want to go out with you again, so you do not get a second date, Robert.
Loser.
You say loser, I say winner, and all you guys can go to hell.
All right, well, you don't get a second date, so I'm guessing no ice cream after this whole phone call for you, Robert. But keep winning.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Is this Brittany?
Yes?
Hi, Brittany. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh, my God. Okay. Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Hi, Brittany.
Not much. What are you all doing?
We're just hanging out, figured we'd give you a call and check in and see how your day's going.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
It's a great question.
Well, I want to talk to you about something for a second. It's something you might not even remember.
Okay.
It happened back when you were in high school.
Oh, gosh. Is this for real? Or is this a prank?
No, this is not a prank. This is for real.
Okay, this is a little different, but okay.
So there was a dude named Trevor that you went to high school with. Do you remember a guy named Trevor?
Trevor? In my class?
Yeah, let me see if I can jog your memory a little bit, okay? So you guys went to high school together. I guess he was in one of your classes. and one day you guys studied together.
Okay. That still could be a lot of people.
Well, I'm thinking you might remember studying with this guy. He was a freshman and you were a sophomore.
Okay.
And I guess you guys had geometry together.
Okay.
And one day after school, you went over to his house to study.
Okay.
Okay, nothing yet? Remembering Trevor?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, the only other way that I think I could get you to remember him is he tried to impress you with a veggie tray.
Oh, my gosh.
Got it just
So
rang a bell.
you remember the veggie tray?
I do remember that. That was the karate guy.
The karate veggie tray guy, yeah. So, and Trevor actually emailed us because he wanted us to get a hold of you because he had a huge crush on you in high school, and I guess still kind of has a crush on you, and saw you on Facebook the other day and wanted to see if you'd go out with him.
Oh, my God. Are you for real?
I am 100% serious, yeah.
He told us the whole story about how you asked him to study, and it was like, seriously, the most memorable moment of all of his high school career.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That is so weird.
Were you interested in Trevor in high school, or was that just a study session for you?
I just needed to pass geometry, and he was the smart guy. There's no doubt. He was the smart kid.
Was it obvious that he liked you, though?
I don't know. I mean, he was younger, so you know how it is. Like, the younger guys, look up to the older girls.
Right. And as a sophomore, you don't want to date a freshman. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing was so long ago. I kind of remember that afternoon. It would be hard to forget with the veggie tray. But, it didn't get, totally weird until the next day when his mom called me.
Wait.
His mom called you?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I've never told anybody about this. Yes. His mom called me, and she told me that Trevor had been really, really upset and crying in his room.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And was just all devastated. And she wanted me to make sure that I knew that, he was a really good kid, and that the veggie tray was her idea.
Oh, my gosh.
So she actually called you to let you know the veggie tray thing was hers.
Yes. She said she was just trying to help her son on his first date.
Oh, my God. I am mortified for him.
Oh, my God. I was dying because I'm like, this was not a date. And I'm trying to explain to her. It's like, I need help with geometry. That's it. That's all.
So you're like, we were actually just studying. That's all I wanted to go over there and do was study.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, it was crazy. And she went on and on about how all he wanted to do was kiss me, and she was trying to help him, but she didn't know how it worked these days. And so, she was all so apologetic about the vegetables. I'm like, it wasn't about the vegetables.
Were you just stunned on
God.
the other end of the phone? I wouldn't even know what to say.
I'm embarrassed.
As a kid, it's so nerve-wracking, when an adult to call you in the first place.
Right.
But the end of the conversation, she was trying so hard. I mean, I guess it was kind of sweet that she offered to drive us to the movies if we wanted to have a date. And I was just like, no, thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, my gosh. You could have destroyed him in high school sharing that story.
No, but I didn't have the heart to do that because, it's so tough anyway. And I remember that's why I didn't talk about it. I didn't tell him about it.
That is nice of you. That's really nice of you not to put him on blast for his whole high school. I wonder if he knows, because he didn't mention to us about his mom calling you when we talked to him.
I hope for his sake he doesn't know. He doesn't need to know.
What if his mom told him?
If he didn't know before, he knows now, because he's on the other line listening to this conversation.
No.
Yes. Trevor, what's up?
Oh, my God.
Trevor, you there?
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I'm mortified.
I can't believe any of this is happening.
I can't believe it either. My mom's horrible.
No, she loves you.
Yeah. You got to give her that. Did you know your mom had done that, Trevor?
No, not at all. We had never talked about it.
Oh, man.
She came home and she asked me how it went. And I'm sure I probably just went to my room or something. I don't know. I didn't really remember crying. But wow.
Sure.
Wait, Trevor, you were such a nice guy, and it was so nice of you to be willing to help me with geometry. But yeah, that was a crazy day.
Well, you're still very sweet if you're able to say all that. So, I hope maybe if you want to, we can, go on a second date, another first date.
Yeah.
Another first
That's better,
Brittany.
Trevor. That's better.
A better first date. I promise there will be no vegetables There will be no mothers.
All meet date.
It's been a long time since you guys have seen each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I'm a lot different than what I was in high school. I don't do karate. I don't wear my outfits to school anymore. I mean, I actually play the mandolin now. And yeah, so I'm a lot cooler than I used to be.
That's nice. He put down the veggie tray and picked up an instrument.
I don't even know exactly what a mandolin is.
Well, you can find out. Brittany, would you like to go on a first/second date with Trevor 10 years later? We will pay for it.
I can't believe he even remembers me. It would be fun to catch up. What about like lunch or something like that? I think that could be fun.
Okay, no pressure.
Lunch, of course I'm going to have lunch with you. That would be fantastic.
All right. Well, awesome. Congratulations, Trevor. I don't know if we can call this a date yet, but at least you get to go out with Brittany.
It's a catch-up.
It's a catch-up.
It's a catch-up.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
This is really fun. It's been a great day.
You have to call your mother and chew her out for that whole incident.
Tell her I said hi.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.